Polyester Blend presents Things We Did and Missed Before the Quarantine. Hugs. Going to the DMV. Horseplay with buddies. Avoiding getting signatures on the road or on the sidewalk. Taking a ride share. Touching things in public. Seeing mesh shirts. Playing marbles with an uncle. Being so high you don't know how you got in the middle of a reservoir. Finding a copy of Austin Powers DVD on the ground and giving it to someone taller than you. Being so drunk after a night of karaoke, going to a Domino's and asking, "You got pepperoni?" Accepting cash bribes. This has been another installment of Polyester Blend, Things We Did and Missed Before the Quarantine. Now, enjoy the show.
Enjoy.
Attention. For the next 4 minutes and 10 seconds, this station will be conducting a test
of the good times broadcasting system that is. So all you fine, upstanding citizens, come join us in a wave when all the celebration is guaranteed to be one wild ride.
Oh no. Oh no. You're hearing slaughter. You're hearing slaughter from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey 2. That can mean one thing and one thing only. Welcome back to another night of Polyester Blend.
So excited to be here, Ryan.
We are Polyester Blend. My name is Ryan Schlegel, my good buddy. Across the ways, across the valley from me, it's Clayton Scribner, everybody.
Never use my last name on the air, sir. Never my last name on the air. I appreciate that.
Oh my God, he hates being tracked down. He hasn't done enough insane things on Facebook. Way worse than this show. And ladies and gentlemen, Clayton Scribner's here, but we would be lost without our weekly guest, our Ed McMahon of the show. He does his own haircut, and he can't stop loving the Bear State, California, from the sweet shores of San Diego. Ryan Bradford. Ryan Bradford.
Hello. I'm actually in Post Malone's Salt Lake City complex right now.
Wait, what?
Broadcasting live from Post Malone's Cottonwood Heights.
Wait a minute.
Why essential travel pass for that?
Yes.
Post Malone? We have to compete with Post Malone? We don't even have...
Dude, Post
I wouldn't
is a
even know
great
where
guy.
to begin. Yeah.
You know what? I was thinking Post Malone, Postman, Mailman Carl Malone. Is there any connection there?
Oh.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry, Ryan. No, Clayton, just quickly putting a kibosh on that. Never learned the principles of improv where it's yes and. Just going with a hard no.
I just know. I mean, I know that his birth name is Austin Post, but I don't know where the Malone came from. I'll be honest with you, but I just don't think there's a Carl Malone connection.
Listen, Clayton, as we know from last week, is refusing to watch the Michael Jordan documentary on ESPN because he can't relive the late 90s Jazz fiasco that was their finals in 97-98. I'm starting to realize, Clayton, don't goof about the Jazz. You were just kind of making a goof, Bradford, about, let's say Post Malone has something to do with Karl Malone. Clayton didn't want to bite on that boy. He put that whole barbecue back on the platter.
Well, we all know Carl.
Come on, Joe.
We all know Carl Malone as his ball name, the Postman Mailman. Carl the Postman Malone.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, right. Post.
Clayton got
You
really
like
mad
him?
when the town of Stockton, California, was going through financial troubles because he thought people were making fun of John Stockton. It was very uncomfortable for him. Very sad.
You know that town. You know there's a town in Utah that changed its name to Stockton.
Because of John Stockton? I know that town, but no, it's not. The one
It was
below
something else.
Tooele?
Look at. I'll look it up on the internet.
Please look it up. This is breaking news, everybody. Breaking news. We'll get back to you more about the wonder of the world if this town changed its name because of Stockton. Not getting a lot of Oakers. Nobody changed their town name to Oker. So
There is a town. There's a whole mountain range.
No, Mark Eaton.
Yeah.
There's a whole mountain.
Mark Eatonville.
Oh, man. I would go to Mark Eatonville all the time. As we said, I'm Ryan Schlegel. Clayton El Baracho, Scrivener on the other side.
We're up to we are off to a rip roaring start here. Already searching Utah geography on the internet.
It's what the kids want. Speaking of what the kids want, it's time for one of our recurring segments. It's time for Point of Order. I listen to this song all day long. It is time for Point of Order. 2 weeks ago in the feed, I was rewatching and I pointed out that our chat master, Jeremy, said that the guy I couldn't remember, pop culture enthusiast, was, of course, Chuck Klosterman. And when I was giving a Point of Order last week, I said, yeah, Chuck Klosterman. I was talking about how he's an LCD sound system. Major flub. Major flub. Of course, Chuck Klosterman isn't an LCD sound system. He is, of course, in the documentary about LCD Sound System, the live concert. That's what I meant to say. So, of course, we had to have another Point of Order to our Point of Order. But I see here, you have got something, Ryan. You wanted a Point of Order, too.
Oh, yes.
Remember this thing you
Did you
gave me?
guys know that there is a new Danzig album where he covers Elvis songs?
I did not know. Did you know this, Clay?
I did.
Damn, you guys have your finger on the latest Danzig news.
Did you? I mean, I immediately thought to high school PE class where we were underneath the elm tree adjacent to the track, and this dude that had painted black fingernails in like 1993, who was out on the edge, he was smoking cigarettes, and said, "Dude, Danzig is actually Elvis."
No
Oh my God.
way!
Dude, this guy right now, today, probably for the past week, has been going insane. I just know it because
yes,
the
I'm
album's
surprised.
great.
I'm surprised, Clay, that you haven't heard a knock on the door and this guy completely bundled up, soaking wet, is the kid from when you were a child, and he just says, "I told you so," and he disappears back into the night.
But I'm confused. Is it a riff on the old conspiracy theory that Glenn Danzig is actually Elvis reincarnated, or not reincarnated? Elvis faked his own death, then came back 10 years later.
You
as
know
Elvis.
what? Like,
He just
yeah.
pumped freaking iron for like 5 years, and then he was Elvis. Or he was Danzig.
Where did that whole conspiracy come from? How did that become so widely
That
spread?
guy in my high school field started it.
He shows up sweaty to your house and he's like, Danzig is Elvis. I told you, and he's not Wolverine. Sorry, that didn't work out.
Or what if he is? What if he's all three? He could be Elvis, could be Wolverine. This brings Hugh Jackman into the fold. So Hugh Jackman, Danzig, Elvis, Wolverine are all the same people. You hear it here first.
I don't know. Was that ever a rumor on the schoolyard in your school? Like, oh, if they ever make an X-Men movie, Danzig is gonna play.
I heard
Wolverine.
that. I heard that as well.
When I was a kid, I did play the game What X-Men Will Be What, because at the time, the popular TV series was all the rage, and we were all into it. And so we played what movie, who would do what. All I remember is Arnold Schwarzenegger as Colossus, and I remember Jean-Claude Van Damme as Wolverine. I believe that's what our kids put money on. Again,
Yeah. Well, I was really happy when we all called it with Patrick Stewart as Professor X. That was
nailed it, 100%.
100%. Yeah. Anyway, so this is the Danzig show. I'm gonna try and steer every conversation to the new Danzig album.
But do you like?
'cause
I
it's
listened
great.
to a
It's
couple
fantastic.
tracks. I like.
So
it.
exciting.
It's brooding. I like it a lot. It's very brooding. All right, that was
Well,
Point of Order. Yeah. I'm sorry. Do you want to keep talking about dancing? I know you've got the rest of the show. To do.
All night. But we have a lot of time to kill, so we can always come back to it.
Always a lot of time to kill. That's the motto to the show. Time to kill. Polyester blood. Of course, we always have a paid sponsor of the week. This week, we actually, the first time ever in our paid sponsor of the week ad that we've only had for 2 weeks, but this is the first time it's ever happened. We rejected the money, but we wanted to point them out in case you were some sort of miscreant scourge of the earth. You've come out from the sewers. You're some sort of underground person, a troll, those any sort of vampire sort. If you want to vote for someone for state Congress in Utah, there's no better choice for you miscreant than Tim Elders.
Oh man, jeez. Yeah.
Have you?
Did I share that with you?
We
Did I
talked
point
about.
that out to you?
No. I watched. He paid for a shit ton of advertisement the other
that's
day
right.
on Jeopardy, and I was like, "Who is this monster?"
The
who
only
shows
conservative
up?
choice for Congress.
He is a
Tim
conservative
Alders will
member,
stand with President
big
to
Trump
secure our
fan,
border.
really wants a
That's why Tim
border.
Alders is supported by
He's
legal
got all sorts of
for
again,
his commitment to ending
he wants to stop illegal immigration. Look at these. Look at this. Like, this is the FBI top 3 list right here. It's him and these 2 dudes. They should all go to jail. They're all horrible people. But this
If you
guy,
go to his website, it's like they take like the last like 3 years of everything said on Fox News, shake it up, and just splat it.
exactly. But I'm obsessed.
You know, like, have
I'm
you ever
obs-
like developed a website and you haven't put the content in, and it's just that gibberish?
Yes.
That's how it reads to me.
Oh yeah.
That's how it's, and he's got. I actually shared his website on my Facebook page, and all I could write was "Nah, bro." I didn't have anything else to say. Nah, man.
He's a monster, dude. He's a goddamn monster. The thing I can't help but point out is that to me, he is he's like a Ren and Stimpy character came to life and is running for Congress. If you look
look at that. Look at Ren pulling out his
I know.
his
but
nerve endings.
it's basically
That's,
the same as what's his name over here. He looks
It's like reading the news these days. Am I right?
Look at him. He looks like Ren Hoik when Ren's cousin came to town. He looks like a fucking
Hoik.
Hoik. But anyway, that's our.
I take offense to his double A. I think he made that up.
I know,
It's,
just like so he could be at the beginning of the phone book.
yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't go for Triple K because that's more aligned with what he's doing. All right, everybody. Also,
that was a good one, right?
thank
There at the end,
you. And also, I feel like we've done a horrible job of this, Clay, but I wanted to take a second to pay homage and say, go listen to KRCL, donate. We started on KRCL, and I've really realized that we've done a complete lacking job of promoting it and telling people to go listen. They're doing as best they can during the pandemic, just like everybody else. But really, they gave us the stupid, well, maybe you don't want to give it to them because they gave us the confidence to do this. So you might want to blame them or send hate mail towards them. But listen to KRCL, donate them. Great local radio.
To do.
It's
Yeah,
solid.
I mean, I do miss the studio there, but this is a lot of fun.
I mean, we listen. We got an empire going. Okay, we're gonna. I hate to say it, KRCL.
We're whole entertainment empire. I
We
believe
got-
is what we said today.
Clearly, everyone has been wanting 3 schlubs talking about stupid shit, and we have finally given it to them. There's nobody else doing this kind of content on the internet. We are going to surpass them when we get.
Although, Ryan, I did have a moment of like pure terror earlier before the program. I was on my Facebook feed, and it was like random band. And I don't know, like I think the name was like Livid or something, and it was like 4 dudes just talking about like sculpted, beautiful men with nice tats, obviously very like
us.
concerned about their looks. Talking about, one of the guys was like, I just started a Ozark.
Oh.
I was like, oh my God, this is what we do. We just go and talk. Like, I don't care. I need to turn this off. Anyway.
You realize what it's like for people to watch our show. It's just skin
Yes.
crawling. Yeah, they can't take their eyes off us, handsome wise. They can't get enough. I mean,
I know.
It's getting worse every day, people. The
I'm in
great
the
schlub is happening.
I shaved today. That was
Whoa!
exciting.
Way to have some dignity about yourself, my friend. That's
Just to
fantastic.
tease the
Humble brag over here.
to tease the future of the program. We do have 2 special segments coming up at the bottom and the top of the hour. We've got a women at home segment where we're actually going to have a female,
Whoa.
first herself in the she pronoun,
Something
going to call in
with
and
Livid.
appear on our program.
Something Livid never got. Okay, on their stupid fucking show. It was just four dumb idiots. We got women. We pay respects to all genders, all identifications. We welcome
And
them.
at the 9 o'clock hour, we will have everyone's favorite Doomsday Prepper, Will Bacon, the Colonel Will Bacon, coming in from St. George.
Whoa, boy.
Nice.
Everyone's
I am
excited.
excited.
We all can't wait to say hi to our good friend, Will Bacon.
In
Livid.
Livid's defense, though, Ozark's a pretty great show.
I mean,
Just saying.
listen,
I'm digging it.
I watch Livid's live broadcast every week, and they're great guys, really funny stuff. So I give them nothing but.
They're going to be a sponsor next week, I believe. Livid?
We'll
We
find
should just
out.
have them. I wish their name was Livid. We should have their. I wish I remember the name back because then we can invite them to zoom in. We can have who cares less about what we have to say content. Pretty cool.
I looked up Livid. I mean, I don't know if they're sculpted boys. They kind of look like not my kind of dudes. The band Livid. So,
I don't think it was Livid. Maybe it was. I don't know.
These aren't my kind of guys. It's not my cup of tea here. They seem kind of like monsters. It's time for a new.
Oh, Monsters, like Famous Monsters by Danzig? Are you
Damn it!
Go on.
That's the Danzig reference.
Oh,
noise for the
you got a ghoul button?
I got a ghoul button. That's Bradford's noise every time he brings up Danzig. All right,
Hell yeah.
people, it's time for a new segment. Speaking of Ryan Bradford, it's time. We teased this last week. The people have been wanting for it. I've got nothing but emails where people are going, Ryan, we want to see Ryan's Comics Corner. We want to see it. We want to be a part of it. That's why we're bringing it to you. First time ever, a first new segment, Ryan's Comic Corner. And Ryan, set it up. You had purchased something. You are actually willingly giving money. Is this correct to see newspaper comics?
Yes, that is correct. I have a subscription, I guess.
Is that
what you call it?
Comic Sans font?
Come on. I'm on top of it, you guys. I know what's up. You got it.
Everything's connected. You have everything connected on like 3 levels, man. Here, man.
I'm
You're a
telling
great
you.
producer.
I'm trying to make this. I'm trying to make something out of this because we're losing to Livid and Post Malone. We got to step up our games here, okay, guys?
Yo, Post, they're talking shit.
He's over at Conwood Heights. He's got people who can come and rough us up. All right, so Bradford, Ryan's Comics Corner. You gave me 3. I don't know if there's any particular order you want to go in. I just put them in randomly. Let's see if you like them. This first one is the duplex one. I'll share the screen so you both can see this. I mean, what's going on here? I mean, is this what comedy is these days? I mean, are we taking lessons? What's going on?
Let's see. I can't see it yet.
Oh,
But yeah,
you can see it.
Duplex I never even heard of before, and so I was pleasantly surprised.
Heard-
it's
heard
like
of it.
it's current events oriented.
See, everyone's seeing my emails right now as they try to get in. Go fuck
Oh!
yourselves.
Look at all those dildos you ordered.
There's your first one, Bradford. There's your duplexes up there.
Oh, wait, no, that's Pearls Before Swine.
Oh,
but,
that's Pearls Before Swine. Sorry, I'm looking at the other
But
one.
no, this is a good one.
No. We're
Yeah.
doing. Wait, which one? Why do I have duplex? I have no idea what's.
I think I sent you 4, maybe.
You son of a
this is-
bitch. You son of a.
I know.
motherfucker.
Explicit instructions to only send you 3 or 2.
I know.
Let's talk about Pearls Before Swine.
Pearls Before Swine. That's what the people can see. Go for it.
Okay, well, I feel like this is very poignant for times right now, especially if you're looking for jobs, as apparently a quarter of Americans are right now.
Oh yeah.
And so, people are boosting their resumes, building up their CVs, as they call them in Europe. And
yes, checking out their LinkedIn page, buffing it up, maybe even paying for premium.
yeah, ooh, I don't know about that, but
No one's paying for premium, man.
you can tell somebody is in fight. I don't know, like having some sort of issues with life when you see that they're updating their LinkedIn profile. Like you haven't heard from a guy or a person in years, and all of a sudden you see updates on their LinkedIn profile, and you're like, "Oof, sorry, buddy, you're in trouble."
Probably
Anyway.
had a bad all-staff meeting that day and went in and updated his LinkedIn.
Exactly. But yeah, this is venting our collective frustration with the cover letter, because after you get your resume spit shine polished, the last thing you want to do is write more. And so
You just write, I need money.
I just can't believe. I would not have gotten this without your help, Ryan. And I think a lot of the people out there would have been really. I mean, we're doing a service for everybody. I was afraid to admit I don't understand this kind of humor.
By the
Well,
way,
that's
did this segment go through the proper polyester blend improvement channels, or did you guys just think of this segment was good to go?
You literally were on the show last week and agreed to this. And also, when we want approval, we just don't send it to you because we're not going to get anything back. Just sit back and relax, bud. We're taking the weight off your shoulders.
You know what, Clay? So many people need this information right now, and this story works on a lot of levels. So
Next.
And
next
also,
comic. Next comic.
also, let's not forget this is a starving industry. Okay, you got a lot of people out there not making money, and certainly the comic world. They're on their death's door with the way this kind of comedy's going.
Yeah.
They're not looking too good. All right, so what do we got here? We got BC. Now, we talked
BC's
about
a
BC
classic,
last
classic.
week. It literally
Oh my
is
God.
classic, Clay. It's from BC. It's a classic.
It's classic.
You know, I
Just
can't
saying,
tell.
Tara.
You know, I saw this comic, and I couldn't tell if it was, progressive or conservative. But maybe you tell me. What do you think?
Hold on. I really got to
was like-
digest this. I've got 2 panels I got to read and really kind of come to terms with it. Wow. Quicksand. Climate change ain't all bad. Because it's not.
Oh,
So these are
man.
funny? Is that what these are? I'm trying to understand. And you do this every day to yourself, Ryan? I mean, this is rough stuff here.
No, it's true. So for the people that are just listening at home, the first image shows the caveman stuck on his unicycle, basically in quicksand. And he says, "Wow," but he's not sinking. And then he says, "Climate change ain't all that bad." So I think we can gather that the Mastrioniani and Hart are probably conservative alt-right.
Yeah. Also, it takes 2 people to come up with this groundbreaking shit. Like, it takes 2 people to fucking work on this.
Well, there's 2 panels, baby. someone's got to do the setup, and someone's got to do the knockdown.
Listen, that has been another amazing installment of Ryan's comic corner.
I really liked how that segment went, fellas.
Wow. I think it's a winner. I think it's a comeback. I think it's a comeback next week one for sure. But maybe we'll just limit it to 1. You really got to really strive to figure out which one you want to do, right? Okay, it's of course time for the classic question of the week. Question of the week. And the question of this week is things you noticed this week specific to the pandemic. And I have noticed that the only company seemingly that has money is State Farm Insurance. They have single-handedly, they've everything on ESPN, all the major live, the basketball, remember Clay? That was all State Farm. They're producing, there's some other new thing coming up that's live. Oh, it's the Parks and Rec. They got that crew back together, and they're doing a live Parks and Rec.
that should be
It
fairly
says
cute.
presented by State Farm Insurance. I mean, are they just cashing in? Why is State Farm, what's going on here? I mean,
Well, they probably were covered for a situation like this, if you know what I'm saying.
Heyo.
Get it?
Yeah.
They're probably in some pretty good hands
I'm listening.
Out.
for a possible pandemic.
What about us?
Also, I mean, a lot of marketing money is dried up. They've got a lot. I'm sure they're getting it at a good price point. I'm sure it's,
It's always about business. First of all, what am I supposed to do? I can't use the product. I don't live in a state, and I don't have a farm. I mean, what am I supposed to do here?
That's a good one.
Thank you. It's called off the just off
Dude,
the
I
cuff.
just said that to Matt Sirianni and the BC crew. They're making a comic right now.
That'll probably be like, get out of
I don't
my-
have a state or a farm.
Yeah. Because I don't like the state, because I don't like big government. That's what we do over here at BC. Before liberals is really what it is. All right.
Old tales to go ahead.
BC stands for big conservative. I mean, we're figuring it out right here, live. Clay, you wanted to talk about one of my favorite places of nice. Clay's going in there making sure it all looks good right now.
What looks good? Oh,
the document because it had everybody going. The Salt Flats. It's not
that was
just
intentional.
It's not just for student films and photo shoots anymore. It has really opened up to everybody at the Salt Flats.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I'm just checking travel trends out there. I've noticed in the first quarter, couple weeks of the pandemic, Spiral Jetty was blowing up.
Huge.
Like, I think people were like, oh man, I'm gonna cross that off the list. Never never got the urge to go out there, but that's about all we can do. So let's go check out the Spiral Jetty.
Which I appreciate because it's fucking rad.
Cool.
But come on,
It's amazing. But the salt flats have really, really come up on the social distancing vacation,
well, the West
list.
Hills is right there, and I first of all, my favorite place. So I'm like getting all sad, like, oh boy, everyone's enjoying the West Des. I'm gonna lose it,
Mhm.
but at the same time, they're gonna be like, yeah, that's you go once, and you're like, that's fine, I don't need to go back again.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
what
just crossing
doing
off
out
the list. Taking pictures, sitting in lawn chairs, riding bikes.
Dude, we did a drive, big old drive through up through Huntsville, through East Canyon, and all that big old loop. And the amount of people just in camp chairs on the side of the highway up in the mountains, just sitting there. God bless them. I mean, I get it. You just got to do something. But a lot of just sitting. Oh my!
It's on the side of the road.
Just sitting on the side of the road. Not particularly good views. And this is like the most Little Dell Reservoir has ever had population-wise. This place it's hot. It's hotter than Vegas right now, probably, literally. Oh boy. But
like just up there in Little Dell, there's people just
20
hanging.
minutes away. Because we tried going up the way to East Canyon that way, but it was blocked off because they think it's still winter, even though we got a fucking heat wave coming. But we got
It's supposed to be 86 degrees on Wednesday.
and that's Polyester Blend weather talk. All right, so what else?
Hell yeah, microclimates.
Did you go out there, Clay? Or are you just sitting at home on Twitter looking at looking at Instagram and where people are posting photos?
Oh no, I just just my general consumption of friends' social media. I was like, damn, Salt Flats is blowing up. Everyone's getting artistic out there with their kids.
Well, next week you can have your own segment like Ryan's Comic Corner, where it's Ryan's Instagram instas or
Other
Clayton's
people's
Instagram-
vacation photos.
Yeah, Clayton shows people's vacation.
I like it.
And we talk about them live because it went so well this week. Ryan, you've got a similar destination that you want to talk about, but not the Salt Flats, but certainly some sand. What's going on?
San Diego. Oh, baby, they just
San Diego.
San Diego. I just want to say before we moved on, I feel like people sitting on lawn chairs on the side of a highway, that's like a 50s thing, right? Like that just seems like very old fashioned. People like didn't know how to be outdoors.
We're going back in time, buddy. I mean, it's a
I know
great
that.
point. It's exactly
I think that's
what's
fascinating.
Yeah, and they also just littered like they used to do in the 50s. They're just throwing trash everywhere.
Dude, you skipped over my second talking point.
Oh,
which
sorry,
was,
Clay.
It's okay.
I'm
It's all right.
enthralled. What is it? What's your
Weird reach outs.
Ooh,
Like weird people
you've
from
been
the past
hammering this.
reaching out.
You've been hammering this point for a couple weeks now.
I got more interesting weird reach outs today.
Tell
Or
us.
this
Tell us.
week. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna protect the innocent. I'm
Name
just saying,
names. Name names.
weird reach outs are a thing. I've
But-
weirdly reached out to people.
It's Matrioni, right? From BC.
And Art, both of them are. Hey, Clayton, we're out of ideas. We
I
don't have any
reached
more.
out to
What do you
Gary.
want?
I reached out
What's
to
the
Gary
other
Larson.
guy in the background? You may be out of ideas, but not me.
I reached out to Gary Larson from the Far Side
Oh,
just to see if
Jesus.
maybe.
He's coming back.
I heard. No, just just weird reach outs. That's all I'm gonna say.
You're
Okay,
so
keep going.
vague. You tease that. You're like, oh, I got to make sure I bring this up, and then you go, I just had weirdos reach out.
Make sure to get to my point.
I don't want to talk
the
about
people,
it
the
too
people
much.
the people who know about the weird reach out know.
What is this? A message being the show?
If
Watch
you know,
the
then you know.
Watch the show on Monday. I'm gonna say, hey, weird reach out. That was you. Did they want to be told that? Why did you call me a weird? Are you talking about me? Anyone who reached out to Clayton this week is like, is he?
Whoa!
Does he think I'm
weird reach out? Weird reach out.
Does he think I'm a
Dude.
fucking weirdo?
Clayton Post Malone just texted me from the other room. He said he knows. He knows.
It's a weird reach out. Of course he knows.
Yeah.
He's been weirdly reached out to.
Well, no, he appreciates your reach out to him too.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the only person who didn't reach out is the guy about fucking Danzig. I mean, come on, he's not even reaching out. That would have been a weird reach out where he talks about Elvis and the whole connection. I'm not getting any of this.
Hey, I'm Elvis. That'd be a great reach out.
Be a weird one. But Clayton couldn't tell us about it. He'd just be like, "Yeah, I don't know."
I knew back in '93.
So, man, we would have a long way to go till we get to the music, don't we?
No, we don't.
All right,
we,
keep
just, all
going.
we just have one more. We got Ryan going. Just calm down. You're the one who wanted to go back in time to talk about weird reach outs, so we're fine. So what do you want to talk about, Ryan? You get it with San Diego?
Oh, San Diego. Yeah, they opened the beaches today, and everybody went bonkers. And it's weird how, like, being in public spaces. I mean, you guys you don't really have this issue in Utah because everywhere is open, but like the fact that we have to shut open spaces down because people are crowding them is still very strange to me. And now it's become weirdly political. Like MAGA heads are.
I saw that video.
Oh.
The YMCA.
Everything is now in our lives delineates to left versus right, man. You can't even have a pandemic without it turning into some,
Right. The only thing that
an
crosses
awkward
the
conversation.
aisle. The only thing that crosses the aisle is polyester blend. That's the only thing that crosses the aisle. Both MAGA heads and lefties love our show. We're beloved by the entire world, and we get it. We understand.
It's good to be a central meeting point for all thought,
Right. We love BC, big conservative.
Anything else, Ryan, that you wanted to talk? Did you go to the beach, or you looking from afar? You're being a good boy, right? You're staying at home.
I'm looking from afar. Yeah, I mean, I don't like crowds anyway, so I knew people were just gonna flock. And I saw a video today, and there were so many surfers more than I've ever seen, and it just looked like the ocean was full of bugs. And I saw.
I mean,
but they were people.
They were people.
Yeah.
It's interesting that California went all the way into the open beaches zone so quickly.
It's very strange because you can't hang out on the beach. You can't lie there and get a tan or whatever. You can walk. You can always be moving. You can move from the street to the water, and you can surf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no hanging out.
There's no hanging. Okay. But you're allowed to surf. Okay.
This is the only time I want to go to the beach because I'm going to because you have to keep moving. You can't lay there. It's the first time I'm shielded from the inevitable beached whale comment when I'm out on the beach, just laying there. So I'm very happy. It's a comedy show, people. We got to bring it back to the comedy here, okay? Hello.
It's a comedy show.
Different sound effects.
Hey.
What's up?
A new rule I'm proposing: every time someone says Danzig or Elvis has to drink.
Yeah.
From here on out.
Hell yeah.
Ryan
There's your show.
Has wanted for a long time to turn this more into a drinking show, so we're finally getting that for him. All right.
Yeah, people. All of you people in the chat boxes, tell us when to drink, and we'll drink. That's the game.
Or you say the words Elvis. All right. Oh, Chili Watch. Do you want to go to the Chili Watch? Chili Watch. I've got five chilies remaining.
Chili Watch. You only have that many left? Jesus Christ. What are you going to do? Have you reversed? Last week you were pissed off about it.
I have not been able to go. I can't even open that cabinet, man. I got chili problems.
Oh my God! So is this it for chili? Are you ever gonna have a love affair with chili again? Is this over for you, buddy?
I know. I don't think it's I know that there's people that only could afford mustard during the Great Depression who could never have mustard again. It's not that bad. I have eaten other things. But I am going to be off. I'm going to be off canned chili for a while.
Oh,
let's just say that.
Boy, Rob in the chat adding a good point. He says, "This is the comedy show?" ? Very good point, Rob. Very good point.
No,
Producer
it's a
Rob.
chili show.
And by the way, I have a link here. If anyone, because what you should do with that chili, Clay, is donate it to the Utah Food Bank. Donate it to them. And I am going to be making a donation this week. And if you give me a copy of your receipt or just show me that you donated, I'll add an additional $10 to anybody who sends me a receipt to that Utah Food Bank. They need the help right now. There are still people out there. Make sure to donate to them. Or if you were in San Diego, give it to whoever the fuck they are out there. I don't know. I can give it to these people. It's time now for our hit game that everyone loved so much last week.
Excellent.
It is time.
Absolutely excellent.
It is time for rapid fire time, everybody. Rapid fire questions, the segment where I ask the rest of the questions in a fast pace because we got to move the show along. First question, number one. How many months, both of you, until you're comfortable going back to a bar? How many months? Are you ready to go right away?
I say 2.
2 months. It's too early.
End
for
of
my
June. End of June. I want to go.
Outdoor options
No, we're not outdoor options. We're talking inside bars.
in a bar, a bar that already, in the bars I hang out with, you could already cast. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say I'm gonna lean on the experts on this one. I hesitate to make predictions. You know,
he
but
doesn't want to be tied down when we're going to see him at juniors. I'm going to tell you right now, Clay.
Okay. The reason I said outdoor is because I really truly believe outdoor dining and outdoor drinking will open up far before indoor side by side bars.
I think you're right.
What about one of those hip like with the garage door, kind of like hybrid outside indoor?
Yeah.
You bring in
That's
the
the kind of thing
inside.
I'm talking about.
I think that still counts as well. Okay, go ahead.
But as far as, let's just cut to the chase. As far as me in juniors sitting next to a 80-year-old man who's already coughing a lot is probably not going to happen for a long time.
You heard it here first. The day juniors opens, Clay will be there. We all know it. He's just beating around the bush, but that's the truth. Number 2, are we ever going to get burps in public again? Are you ever going to burp in public again?
I didn't know if burps were a vector for transmission.
They aren't. I'm just wondering about burps. I mean, for me personally, burping will become the new high five, showing your gutty works are free of the virus. So I say go ahead with the burps. Number 3, what vegetable have you bought the most during the pandemic?
Potatoes.
Avocados.
Show off. Onions and garlic. Come on, guys. That's the real deal. It's the good stuff. Number 4, what album do you pick if you had one album to listen to for the rest of your life? Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon or the Beatles' White Album?
Did you just say one album for the rest of my life?
Yes. Only one.
White
Dark Side of the
White
Moon
Album.
or White Album?
It's lager.
Oh, you gave me an option. I can't pick what I want?
No. You have to choose between White Album and Dark Side.
Well, I'll take White Album.
Of course, that's the wrong answer. The true answer is U2, Songs of Innocence. Then number 5.
Yes.
Oh, am I suicidal?
Or Danzig sings Elvis.
And the reason, of course, he brings it back. God damn it, I got to play the sound effect now.
I got a drink.
Got to drink. And of course, the last question, what was the last movie you saw in the theater before the pandemic?
Oh, shit.
Both
I don't
of you
see
are
that.
wrong. The correct answer is movie theaters are a figment of your imagination that never existed. We're all about to wake up in a Matrix-like pod to find out what that pink goop tastes like. And of course, it tastes like Hawaiian Punch. People, that has been the rapid fire selection of the night. We are going to play 2 songs, and then we're going to come back with our first ever Women at Home segment. We are so thankful. We have a person who wanted to call in to prove that we have friends outside of us 3. It is and Rob. Besides that, we are going to go to our first music of the night. I'm going to play a song, Clay, and then you play a song. How's that sound?
Okay.
Good
Well,
friend?
sounds great, man. I'm into it.
I'm going to play a song that I've just been, songs when you're doing work around the house, you're just feeling good. I've been putting on this song a lot. It is by Alicia Bridges. It is I Love the Nightlife. We're coming back at 9:45 for our first
Women at Home
segment. 9:45. Clayton's got a song after this. Join us in 1 second. More Polyester Blend to come.
Please don't talk about sweet love. Please don't talk about being true and all the trouble we've been through. Please don't talk about all the plans we had for fixing this broken romance. I want to go where the people dance. I want some action. I want to live action. I got so much to give.
someday it'll turn you out. You'll be out of sight. You really shouldn't ought to fight it. The music is designed to do no harm. It's just for you. So just a little bit of effort. I can't eat where we might just turn you on. Even if you don't admit it, the time for change is here, and here we are. We're just for you. Stick us in your ear to dig us. One time, one time, one time, one time, and see. We're just for you. You really shouldn't ought to fight it. The music is designed to do no harm. We're just for you. With just a little bit of effort, I can't it will we might just turn you on.
What time it is?
What you doing?
Standing on the verge of getting it on, and getting it on.
People, what you doing?
Standing on the verge of getting it on, and getting it on.
People, what you doing?
Standing on the verge of getting it on, and getting it on. Song out tonight, oh my soul is out tonight. There's a song out tonight, yo, come on. There's a song out tonight, oh my soul is out tonight. There's a song out tonight, yo, come on. There's a song out tonight, oh my soul is out tonight. There's a song out tonight, yo, come on.
Buzzard, what time it is?
Even if you don't dig it, don't mean it's not the thing to do. Could be just for you. You really shouldn't ought to fight it. The music is designed to do no harm. We're just for you.
People, what you doing?
Standing on the verge of getting it on and getting it on.
People, what you doing?
Standing on the verge of getting it on and getting it on.
People, doing, yeah.
Standing on the verge of getting it on and getting it on.
People, what you doing? Yeah.
Standing on the verge of getting it on and getting it on. Standing on the verge of getting it on and getting it on.
Oh my God.
We're back, baby.
We're back. Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
I love, first in histories, Ryan, and that's got to be the first time in history that those two songs were played back to back, probably most likely.
I'm hoping there were some pretty cool people in the 70s who were listening to those songs back to back, and that's all they
probably,
listened
you know
to.
what, we've had some flashes. Hey, let's start this new segment here.
Very new segment.
Brand
Clay,
new segment. We're
you set
bringing
it up.
somebody in.
You set it up,
I
Clay.
set it up. I set this up. We have been accused in the past of being gender and everything else just very homogeneous. Homogeneous. We've
Yes.
accused of being white, schlubby white dudes on the radio. We need to bring in some people who identify with other genders, backgrounds, Tonight's name of the segment is Women at Home.
D plus,
That's
buddy.
the
D
best
plus.
name.
Way to go, my
That's the-
friend. You
that's
got
the
it going.
best name.
Clayton
That's the
texted me
best name
earlier.
I
He's
can
like, I got
Yes.
this. I'm going to intro this sucker. I'm like, you got it, bud. Hear the range. Have
I
fun.
did it.
No,
So-
introduce. Yeah, go ahead.
My friend Sarah B is in the house. Is she in?
Sarah.
Is she in? Sarah B.
I'm sorry I'm
Ryan?
white. I'm sorry I'm white. I don't add like a lot of flavor.
Oh,
Sorry.
Sarah, sorry. You got to go. You're out. We do not need any more white people. I am so sorry.
Ryan's meet Sarah. Ryan, okay.
Hi.
Sarah.
Sarah's come to class our musical tastes up a little bit.
Absolutely.
Talk a little bit about women at home here. How's the pandemic treating you?
You know, it's challenging, but
Mm-hmm.
it's fine. Whatever.
Wait. I have an important question.
Whatever, I'm over it. Yeah.
Sarah, have
Yeah.
you heard the new Danzig album?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No. Sorry.
So sorry about that, Sarah. He's
You
got
realize that's
Is that you in the chat room?
Yes.
Which? Okay, there are two Ryan.
Yes.
I'm with the A.
Okay.
He's the A plus. I'm
Yeah.
the Ryan
really
with the E.
confusing.
It's
We're,
it's
like,
horrific. It's
Another way
horrific.
we're also very, very plain. We've got two Ryans in the chat room.
Yeah.
Ugh. Fucking shitty 30-something-year-olds named Ryan in Utah. It's a fucking dime a dozen around here, Sarah. I'm so sorry.
I've never seen Ryan with an E.
No, nor should you. I've always said to people, my my parents just set me up for a fucking lifetime of just saying, no, that's not how you spell it. I'm sorry. Here's how you spell it. Ryen. So every moment I give out my name, it's just a horrific experience. My dad actually wanted to name me Ryan Ryne, but he wrote it down.
Oh,
with
like
the birth
Ryan.
certificate.
Is that like Ryan?
No,
from
and
the
Ryan.
Cubs?
Yep, exactly. But he couldn't. He
No.
couldn't. He didn't get that right. Flub from the beginning. Flub from the beginning.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Wait, Ryan with an A. Where do you live?
I live in San Diego.
Okay. How do you guys know each other?
This show, we started the show, and
Boy,
we
we
all
really
just were
briefed you
here.
before the show. We're starting at the very beginning of that.
Sorry, I was
Start-
just curious. Like San Diego, I don't know. I'm in Salt Lake. The
Yeah.
other.
He's from Utah. We're all from originally. Ryan
Okay.
Ryan and I went to high school, and then and we've been best friends forever. And then Clayton and I were both in county lockup. And when
I was their drug dealer. It's
right,
fine.
and when we were
But also we were on a BC fan club together, and that's how we know each other really well.
And the first and last time Sarah will be on the show. I am so sorry, Sarah. It is such a pleasure to have you here. We really appreciate it. Clay,
We need to get to the music.
yeah.
No, I'm from Utah to answer your question, but I've
Okay.
been in San Diego for about 10 years now. So
Nice.
But look where he
We need to
comes
get to the
back
music
the
before we
radio
before we
show. Look
before
where
we
he
go
comes
down and take a walk down memory lane with you two.
Oh, we can get into it. We've
You
already
too?
Oh shit! Songs of Innocence. I got it queued up.
Songs of
Whoa! Yeah.
our Desert Island album.
So Sarah, I asked for the woman at home segment. I asked you to bring two songs. Your first pick was I'm playing Ceremony. Why'd you pick it?
You know, anytime I listen to the song, basically anytime I listen to New Order. Well, so okay, so I chose the New Order version, right? There's Joy Division.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh
I don't know, it
yeah.
makes me happy. Like I can't be sad if I hear the
Mhm.
song. I have to dance, and I have
Mhm.
to like. I just
Fuck yeah! When I saw you
Every
pick
time-
this song, I was so happy. I love this song.
Every
Yeah.
time I listen to New Order, I get this, especially in this time of their career, and I just get such a good sense of time of when the song was written, the space and time of when this was happening.
Like it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, you go ahead, Ryan.
No, this is the woman at home segment where the men just talk over the woman. This is
Mansplain to
we
me.
set the trap. We set the trap.
No, I was just gonna say there's really no bad time to put on New Order. It's like if you're ever at a loss to what you want to listen to, like New Order is always the good choice.
I feel that way too. And interestingly, Clayton, I don't know if you know this, but so there are 3 recordings of Ceremony that Ian Curtis sang on. And the last one was actually recorded 4 days before he died, before he committed suicide.
I did not know that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
babe.
did not know that.
Wow.
So it's like very timely. I don't know. It's like
So
very,
no wonder this keeps you up and peppy. That's cool.
Yeah. I do love I love the Joy Division version, but I also really love Bernard Sumner singing it too.
Yeah.
He does have a wonderful voice.
Yeah.
Let's get to it. Let's fire it off.
Absolutely.
You ready, Ryan?
I'm ready to go. You hit it right now. Joy Division will come back and talk to Sarah. It's good enough to join us today. Thank you, Sarah. We'll be right back. Wait, are you playing it or I'm playing it? Because you're still playing fucking.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm good,
Major
man.
goof.
Technical. We're good. Here it goes. Goofs for days.
Coming right back with more theoretical goofs. Oh boy, that's a good track. Sarah B's track. I'm having a stroke as I speak. Track of the night. One of her tracks of the night. Very good choice, Sarah. Let me unmute you. I think, yeah, Brad. Okay, hold on. I had Clayton on mute. I thought about just keeping it there, but then I brought him back. What up,
It's
Clay?
probably a good idea. It's never a bad idea to have me on mute. We're continuing the segment, Women at Home.
It's a fact. Okay, we got one. Sarah,
Actually, I stole this idea. One of my favorite radio shows, Gay Beach, which was on East Village Radio when that still existed. If you guys remember that,
I do.
that
That was a
radio
great
station.
radio station.
He had a segment called Women at Work, but we were all work from home now, so I thought I would steal it and make it Women from Home.
Wow, we're really getting a peek behind the genius right there. It's like hearing Einstein's equation said by the man himself. We really appreciate it, Clay. Sarah, what neighborhood?
What year was that? What year was that, Clay?
What year was that? What year was that show hype?
Yeah.
I would say 2000. East Village Radio blew up probably like 2006 to 2011, and then it went under.
Peak hipster.
Yes.
That was New York was going crazy at that point.
Bradford, you were in New York at that time. Did you never hear about it?
Yeah.
East Village Radio.
No.
It was featured prominently on that HBO program about the guys who like wanted to make designer jeans.
Oh.
Do you remember that one?
What program
I
was
was probably too busy.
Do you remember that?
What was that?
They were like fashion designer hipster guys. And
Like a reality show?
No, it was an HBO like series that probably went off for 3 seasons.
Sex
Made in
the
America
City?
coming.
Oh, really?
I'll have to look it up. Gosh.
Sounds
Ryan,
like-
did you live in New York?
Yeah, I lived there from 2008 to 2009.
Okay, I
It's
lived
the
there.
best. Sorry, go ahead.
No, best what?
It's the best of times / worst of times.
Yeah, I lived there too. That city will make you realize you are like you're like. I went there with like a pretty good ego, and then I came home like realizing I'm like a peon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
sounds so
The name of the program was How to Make It in America, which is pretty much making, pretty. You guys never remember that one?
No.
I wonder how that stick. That was 2010. It was 2009 through 2010, 2011. I bet you, if you go back, you'll be in the East Village Radio is featured prominently on that program. So we're talking. This was a space and time, things were Williamsburg was going, there. So it was going up so hard. HBO is making shows about it.
But I don't think that show's on HBO Go. That's weird. I'll have to.
Yeah, I haven't seen it pop up in, but yeah, do a deep dive.
I will do a deep dive.
Yeah, that sounds a little too soon for me at the time because I didn't make it in America. So I feel like I would not have enjoyed that show.
My favorite New York fact about Ryan Bradford is that you didn't have a door, you had a door with a giant hole in it the entire time you were there.
For the first 3 months I had a door I had no door, and then someone like chiseled my door frame out and put it.
So it wasn't like beads.
Yeah. I didn't resort to beads yet, but maybe if I had, I would have made it in America.
But it's like to Sarah's point where it's like New York just takes you down a notch, where it's like Ryan shows up in New York and it's like, you think you get a door here? Get the fuck out of here, you stupid hick from Utah.
Hey, I've got the door here.
Hey.
But
Good
Ryan Bradford, you know the Duplass brothers?
Yes.
You know, they are Mark and Jay Duplass. You look like the missing triplet.
Oh my god.
Third
Oh,
brother.
compliment. Those are really handsome.
It's a really
That's a
nice-
really good compliment. Like,
That's a
I
very-
really like those guys a lot. But you
Oh,
really
thank
do.
you.
You look like the missing, you're the triplet.
Thank you.
I'm so jealous because I've always wanted to be their triplet.
I want to be their sister for sure. I love that.
Have you guys seen the Creep movies? Creep 1 or 2? It's on Netflix. It's basically
yes, it was with Mark. Yes, I
Yeah.
have. Yes.
That's funny.
He's great in front of the camera. Really good horror guy. So, and also funny.
The
thank
descriptors
you.
there. Horror.
But you look like them. A combination of the two.
Oh.
So
That's funny. I was just going to say, Clay, really quickly. That's funny because you and I both get told that we are, whenever John Goodman's around, we're the triplets of John Goodman. So we're all just in that same.
Just not even just with his twin and his triplet.
Yeah, we
Great.
meet.
That's fantastic.
We're those reminders.
We're gonna play Sarah's second pick because we are coming to the end.
Oh,
Home segment.
boo!
It just flies by, doesn't it, Sarah?
This is great. This has been the highlight of my quarantine. Thank you so much.
Well, Sarah, you could join. I mean, and by the way, if you want to hang out, you are more than welcome to hang out the rest of the night. It's up to you, as much or as little as you want of this garbage. But there's a weirdo from San Diego.
You will just be muted, and there will be no video. You'll just be.
No, you don't have to be muted. You
I'm kidding.
First of all, the only person who's getting muted is the guy with the stars cup.
Although you might no, that was a joke, but you also might be disturbed by our next guest, Colonel Will Bacon. But we're gonna play that Lush. We're gonna play that Lush track. What made you want to pick this track?
Okay, so the last track is a cover. So it's a Velvet Underground cover. The band Luna is covering "Bright into the Sun."
I said Lush. I meant Luna.
What was that?
I said Lush. I meant Luna.
I do love the band Lush.
I know, but I don't know why I always spit them out. They're totally different.
I do love Lush, but very different than Luna.
Yes.
But yeah, so this one, I don't know. Like I go through phases where I listen to a lot of Luna and Galaxy 500, and this is the cover that I really like. And I don't know, it just makes me happy.
Thank you.
Well,
thanks for coming on the show.
I'm so glad. Yeah, stick around if you want to.
If you'd like to.
By all means, it's really
We're
nice.
not kicking you out.
It's nice to meet you, Sarah, even though we can't do it in person. I really appreciate you coming on this stupid thing.
Thanks for making me feel welcome.
Oh, please, anytime.
Yeah, thank you.
Anytime. We're starving for people to be on this. It's just us three. No one watches it. We need other people. All right, Clay.
Let me tell you, there's twice as many people on the program that are watching the program.
We got the Sarah
11
Bone.
people watching, I think. YouTube.
What's that?
YouTube says there are 11 people.
Hell yeah! So
New heights.
Here, that's
okay, first time ever.
I wonder how many of them have listened to the new Danzig.
God damn it,
man!
Son of a beast. He sneaks it in there like a bastard. All right, everybody, we are going to Sarah's number 2 song. Sarah, thank you so much. Hang out if you want to. We're coming back. We're going to be with Will Bacon in 1 second. The song, Sarah's second pick, "Right Into the Sun" from Lush. It's not Lush.
It's Luna.
Luna. Thanks, buddy. Do not listen.
My bad, dude.
Clayton can't type anything. Hit it, buddy.
I did.
We're coming right back in 1 second.
Polyester Blend radio program.
From the shimmering shores of the Dritten Emerald.
Oh, nice. Got that. Lot back there. Okay. Excuse me.
Oh, what a good song. Ride Into the Sun by Luna. Sarah B's second choice of the night. Thank you, Sarah B, for a great choice. Jesus Christ, gotta turn that down. People, we are coming back now to a person. Clayton's gonna take over here in a second. You heard his burps because his microphone was completely on during that. So you heard him definitely burp a bunch. And definitely fuck this. But I have to introduce.
But not in public.
Not in public.
Like, not in
no,
public.
you don't want to burp in public
Yeah.
anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a man who comes from the southern half of Utah, who has everything he needs, well produced ahead of time, cans upon cans of chili that he's gotten from Clayton at a discount. He is
Does
the
his
one.
own research.
Does his own
Does his own
research.
research.
People, the one and only Will Bacon is on the show, everybody.
Oh man, our viewership just exploded.
Sorry guys, it's very
It's
exciting.
doubled. Yes.
Will Bacon is back on the broadcast. Will, are you there? He's
Hello,
on
my friends. Apologies for the burps.
That's all
How
right.
was your weekend?
Oh, it was fantastic. How was your weekend, Will?
Well, in Washington County, we got up to the 80s and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
What a
Yep, we
great,
went down to Sand Hollow, took out the Polaris RZR S1000, put in a couple wave runners,
Oh yeah.
went
Yeah.
for a little freedom voyage.
Nice. You got let in then. You're good. You're good. Your family, didn't get
We
kicked
got
out or
there.
anything.
We got there early in the morning before they shut it down. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, there were
You just-
hundreds of us, hand in hand. arm in arm, sharing a giant dirty Dr. Pepper. One straw. Passing it around.
Do you have those wacky giant banana floaters that tailing behind one of those skidoos, or what?
The pizza slice, inflatable.
I notice you have a lot of cleaning. I notice you have a lot of cleaning products behind you. What's the deal?
Wait, did you get rid of the olive oil behind you? Where's that?
Yeah, everyone's wondering about the
It's
oil.
all Clorox.
Everyone's worried about the oil. What's going
Wow.
on down there, Will?
And prepared.
Is that part of your new? I mean, that's a new change. So is this, the original? And I would still say the name of this segment is "Getting Fit" with William Bacon.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Get fit with Will Bacon.
Yeah,
We're
this
getting fit.
this segment always has a hard time coming back to its original concept. I notice. That's something I would point out
No,
to the writers of
Getting
this
fit
segment.
is a state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 pillars, if you recall.
You got to keep it. I mean, are you trying to say? I'm just saying, is the change of venue from olive oil to cleaning products, is that connected to the concept of getting fit? I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this.
Well, every man is entitled to scratch his own itch. I've got a message for Mr. Herbert. I can wash my own hands. Thank you very much. These scientists, these experts, they don't know nothing. These models, garbage in, garbage out. Always changing the data,
Yeah.
telling us how science works. All I know is good judgment comes from experience, and a lot of that comes from bad judgment.
Wow, Will,
Wait.
that is amazing.
Wow,
And Will,
serious.
thank you for being off book with this scene. I really appreciate you just showing a comfort with the dialogue and the monologue you got going on here that you could just go off the cuff and not read it. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, that's what the blue blockers are for. Come on.
There's no reflection. I know
Yeah.
there's no reflection.
You're right.
He
It's
saw-
the,
he
it's
saw-
the
he saw
whole
a
head
little
tilt.
slight-
It's the whole head tilt.
There was a head
towards
tilt.
it.
There's a head tilt towards your notes. And
That's why teleprompters
busted
are
Colonel
out front.
Bacon.
Teleprompters are at eye level, my friend. We'll remember that next time.
So, so lessons learned, your own research. What did you learn this week? What's going on?
Well,
What's the hot new tip?
I do think
How do we-
timing has a lot to do with the outcome of a rain dance. These people don't know what's going to happen. I just want to say one more thing about this pandemic, maybe a few more things.
Okay. Just a few.
The majority of these corona COVID-19 deaths have some serious underlying conditions.
Mm-hmm.
And I strongly dispute that the number of CV-19 is going to affect mine,
Yeah.
in any sort of significant way. Because getting back to getting fit, Ryan,
Thank you.
I've got my routine and I plan to stick with it. I'm just fine with the 3 pillars.
Do you think it would be fair? I want to give you the benefit of the doubt with your 3 pillars and stuff, and we can get back to that. But and I don't mean to interrupt you. I want to give you, Colonel. I'm sorry. I want to give you all of your just deserves with all your stuff. But wouldn't life be the underlying
More
reason
paragraphs.
that everyone would be dying? You got more paragraphs. But wouldn't life be the reason that more people are dying? Anyway, keep going.
Life?
Keep going. Keep going.
Life?
Like life would be the number one cause of death.
You're
saying
right.
that.
You are absolutely correct.
Okay.
Now,
Continue.
I'm doing just fine with these 3 pillars.
Yeah.
But some of the sisters, they're having some trouble a bit. Spiritually, they're all top tuna. They're doing great. Physically, they're
tuna.
top notch. But mentally, we need to get to the salon. I've been prepping my whole life. I've done my part. But we still need to go to Walmart. We need to survive.
Right. Absolutely.
Damn straight.
God.
Man.
Will.
All the prepping I've done, I've never got a wide tooth comb, a hair diffuser, a blow dryer, or a curl wand.
Wow.
I don't have any of those things in my preparatory.
I mean, isn't this a reflection on your poor choices of prepping, Will? I mean, you're a prepper. You've had years.
You're sitting on like 32,000 cans of pork beans, but you don't have a crimp iron, man.
Hard white wheat. But what I don't have for the sisters are the products that we need.
Right.
Ah, yes.
Yeah,
So-
it's like us. It took us until tonight to have to really make sure we had a strong female voice on the show. And for you, it took a disaster to realize you needed a lot of products to help out everybody. I mean, it's unbelievable. Will, you were so selfish in your choices. How many
It
ARs
really
do you
does
need?
reflect poorly upon my skills as a prepper.
It was a bad
You thought
prep.
you were going it alone.
It's a bad prep. It's going to go on the books. Will, I hate to put it down, but I'm putting in my notes here. But it was a bad prep from you, bud.
Do you think that's why your brothers and brothers in arms there on the Prep Society are so eager to get back to undooming and get back to San Hollow with the ski-doos? Because you bad prepped? Are you ready to admit
we've
that
already
on
got Quail
record tonight?
Creek, we got Gunlock, we got Quail Creek, we got 3 state parks that are good for wave running.
Now, did you check out your you did nail a bunch of the Washington County areas. I really appreciate that. Did you do a muscles check? I mean, that's what the state's worried about. They're worried about there's not going to be enough people checking the muscles. Did you got in the water? Do you spread those muscles? The Zagmas? The Zugmas?
The Quaggas?
The Quaggas?
We're not
Different
concerned
high-level
with the
Scrabble
Quaggas.
word.
Do you believe in Quaggas, or is that just a left-wing conspiracy theory, the muscles?
The Quaggas are real.
Oh,
I've done the research.
Oh, you
Solid research, dude.
God, what good research. Is there anything else on,
Will,
on your notepad there?
Will, say you're in San Diego. You want to go surfing to the beach. What do you do? What's your opinion on surfing at the beach right now?
Surfing in the beach. My gosh, I've never seen the ocean. I don't know what I would do.
The ocean is a dangerous, mystic
Surfing,
place.
I don't know if I'd let alone dip my toes in it.
Right. The liberal coastline.
I mean,
you don't want to go there.
I mean, coast elites, you got to get through all that, but then
Right.
like in the water, that's free reign, baby.
Right. There's got to be some, Mississippi
Sharks
has,
and shit
has a
out there.
coastline, and Alabama has a coastline. Maybe those are some right-wing beaches that you can get to. Certainly the panhandle of Florida, and we want you to get there, Will. As long as you have
the
enough.
West Coast is the coast closest to the Corona.
Oh, is that
That's true.
That's right,
Yeah.
because it is geographically it is closer to China. You're right. And you
I don't think you got to worry about that in the South. In
Now-
the island.
now, Will, was that a
Florida's
part? Was that a part of your own research, Will, that you found out
All
that China
those
was
fine folks
closer?
in Florida are going to be A-OK.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Trump country. They're fine. Oh, Will, is there anything else you want to get to? I mean, what? And again, how much getting? I don't feel like I know a lot about how to get fit. I mean, the segment is called about getting fit with Will Bacon. Have we got to? Is there any points about that?
Are you listening to anything I'm saying, Ryan? I'm trying to lay down. I'm going to leave you with one final thought.
I think you've been very obtuse about the fact that there's a bunch of cleaning products behind you. You have not instructed your audience to do anything with those cleaning products. Are you just putting them out there as a bait?
I don't know what
Like,
you're talking about.
maybe-
Oils
maybe-
has gotta
maybe
be
cl-
safe.
No, Will.
Will!
Just
No,
little
Will!
I'm
Will!
staying, keeping fit. I'm staying healthy.
He did it, ladies and
Just a
gentlemen.
little bit at a
Oh
time.
man.
Oh, Will.
Oh shit.
Oh, that was not a. You shouldn't have done that, Will. Oh. Wow.
Hey, but
Is there any way you can
You don't
Google
feel-
the poison control hotline and maybe put that 1-800 number up on the screen right now? Oof. Our one listener
I know
might
that-
think
Sarah was like, "Yeah, I'm out." This Will guy, I'm fucking bouncing on this.
she's probably calling poison control,
shit.
doing the world a
She
favor.
won't be able to find me. She doesn't know my address.
Oh, fuck. Oh, jeez. Well, Will, if you're well enough, please join us again next week. Everyone loves
Yes.
the Will Bacon. I hope you have time in your between when you're prepping and going to Walmart to get the hair products and the hair clean. If you could join us, it's always such a pleasure to see you, my friend.
and I think we're going to be much more sunshiny next week because they're opening up everything in St. George. That's what I've heard.
Was it ever closed?
Anywho,
Was it ever closed, Ryan? You see, you're getting fit, Ryan.
I'm here for you, bud.
The fitness is with you.
I'm trying to get it because I've learned from the master, and that is, of course, Will Bacon. Will Bacon, thank you so much.
Sarah.
She's good. That was fun.
You did a great
Colonel
job.
William Bacon for your transmittal from the Clorox basement of St. George.
Yes.
Undisclosed location, your bunker. I know you usually are early to bed, early to rise, healthy and wise. So we really appreciate you staying up past your bedtime on this one.
Never miss a good time to shut up.
Adios, man.
Adios, Will. Wow, everybody, that is amazing, everybody.
I hope he lives. I didn't even ask him if he was going to listen to dancing.
Ah,
I gotta live.
Goddamn, Bradford. Will's, I hope he's okay. I mean, that was a lot of Clorox bleach he just downed.
I appreciate the.
He went to town on that Clorox.
Yeah.
And he waited. I mean, he had plenty of opportunities during the bit to whip that out, and he really waited till the last
It's called
second.
a man. He's a showman. He waits. He knows how to end. He knows how to end.
Mr. Bacon, yeah, that guy knows what he's doing. And special thanks for Sarah B. and Mr. Bacon. Really made the last half hour of this program fly
Right.
with serious entertainment.
There was this problem with the show, and it was the first hour when it was just
us.
three, and then I got.
Hey, are you talking shit on Are you talking shit on the Comics Corner? Because I'm bringing that back.
The segment, I'm getting a lot of response.
The people need to know BC.
Honestly, I think the only way that bit will work is if, once again, I will go back to Andy Cap. You read an Andy Cap from the mid '80s once every program. I will accept.
Wait a minute. The whole reason
I
you
will
don't like
accept.
the whole reason
just
Clayton
handicap.
hates the segment is he just wants you to read handicap. That's not criticism. That's the work of a
How about we
madman.
just start at Kathy? How about we start at Kathy comic strip number
You know
one,
what?
season one,
Hey,
and we
let
work
the
our way
guy
forward.
let the guy have a segment, Clay. Don't know. Ryan's Comic Corner is something he's been dreaming of for years now.
Hey, you're thinking I'm dominating the
It's
thought
true.
process. I'm wood shopping.
Wood
This,
shopping.
man.
Wood shopping.
We're
Come
wood
on,
shedding,
bud.
wood shopping.
What do we got? A bunch of 2x4s out here? Come on, bud.
I'm gonna get you with them 2x4s, boy.
And Sarah,
Anyway.
thank you for joining back in, Sarah. I noticed.
Hey,
that you
she's back.
She's back.
Did Will Bacon
Will
scare
Bacon,
Sarah
you got to
off?
get out of there a little bit when Will shows up. And feel free to jump in. You are whenever you want. I hope.
Yeah, you can
Sarah,
unmute.
You can jump in.
You can unmute.
Yeah, you can unmute Sarah and join back.
It was
in.
us.
Hey, are you talking shit on the cop?
Oh, you have to kill your
Yeah,
your feed there.
Whenever you jump back in, you got to kill them.
need to know BC.
All right,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
gotta
we
be-
are
Sarah-
going.
we can-
Sarah.
Process of
When
hearing
you
ourselves good.
pause the stream and then you can jump back in. We want you to jump back in, but we're getting feedback from the stream.
Accept.
See, you can hear
She
it.
likes what she's doing.
Yeah,
She seems scared and horrified, and I agree. It's a nightmare. All right.
No,
Clay-
we can keep repeating the BC bit, like as long as the points being made that BC and not Kathy is a great comic. Also, I don't think they even make Kathy anymore. Hack.
Well, we'll have to find out next week on Ryan's Comic Corner. That's the only way.
Yeah,
can
will you
get
do
this
some
done.
research and like find out if Kathy finally lost that last 15 pounds and then it was over?
Yeah,
I will do some heavy research.
What, Sarah?
Oh, nice.
Sarah, did you unmute? Did you mute the stream? Are you talking to us live here? Hey, Sarah.
Hi.
How was that? How was Will Bacon for you? Is that a pass? Is that a negative? Is it
a pass or fail?
Do you want more
The
Will
prepper?
Bacon? The prepper, yeah.
I learned so much. Like,
A lot. You learn a lot every week on. I just hope he's okay with all that Clorox. So Clay, we should get to what do you want to do next, my friend? We went through that. Should we do recommends of the week, or do you want to do music for a second?
Well, what I was thinking is, well, Ryan's Danzig bit is pretty played out, but he can go there again.
wait.
Hello.
Ryan, is Danzig the one who sings the song Mother? Mother.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's like
Clay-
the perfect
Yep.
Mother's Day song coming up soon. Like Mother's
He also
Day.
sings a song called "I Got Something to Say." Anyway,
By the way, Clay, you very informally, you just bad idea. You said the Danzig bit is played out, and Sarah came in to talk about it more. So clearly,
I know it's cool.
The fans
I think we
want
should.
the Danzig.
I think we should go to recommends of the week. I think, but I want to change the order because my pick segues nicely into
I think you're right.
the musical segment.
I will go first here. Recommends of the week, everybody. Recommends of the week. Just like the band Livid, we find the right picks for you. And on their live stream, we're all about Livid here in that live stream, and we hope that the Post Malone stream is going well as well. How much is this guy getting paid?
Wait, let me ask Post. Yeah, he says it's good.
You got a direct line? You got a direct line?
Yeah, for sure. Mr. Malone, yes, he likes it. He likes the stream.
Right. This is getting worse by the day. So you're just holding up your phone. Could we see the chat with him? Could you prove that you're talking to him?
Yeah, see?
Oh, it was
Good.
a little fast, Ryan. I couldn't.
You know, they say truth is stranger than fiction. Would you ever imagine that 25 years from before, that the most famous Malone in Utah would be a face tatted millennial dude from Texas and not?
You know, I had no interest or even any knowledge of Post Malone until the Nirvana thing came about.
Yeah,
and I gotta say, like, he kind of kills it in the Nirvana covers.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I have no idea what his rap music sounds like.
Well, and after the Nirvana covers, I went back and looked at some of maybe his earlier stuff. He's obviously a very talented musician. I mean, he's like, there's a video clip of him doing a Bob Dylan cover. Don't think twice, it's all right. I mean, it's not like he's.
Oh, Mike Ness covered that first.
First of all,
Mike Ness did it first.
Let me tell you right now.
So there's a long line of douchebags that have covered Don't Think Twice.
Right. Exactly.
He's got good music. I'm going to tell you right now. I think I like Post Malone. I'm not going to buy his record, but I like him. And plus, he loves Utah. And as a guy who, as Joe Tay cannot help but point out, yes, I live in Salt Lake City. Yes, I got a flag of Salt Lake City. Why do you think I like Post Malone? Because he enjoys our fair state. Yeah, it's got its problems.
What are you throwing up here on the internet, there, Ryan?
Am I done with my speech yet, Clay? Could you hold your horses, buddy?
I just saw it pop up on the screen. I was excited.
Here's the deal. Post Malone.
Also, see, it looks like my hometown back there, so I was really excited.
Post Malone. Let me just say this right now. I know you're doing your stream right now, and we're direct competitors. You know, we're like Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Us and Post Malone. He's got his live stream going on right now. We've got ours. But I respect you, damn it. We're like David Letterman. He's like Jay Leno. I love you so much, Post Malone. We wish you the best. Okay, I want to put that on the record.
Hey, can we get Post on the show?
Next week? You are the one who has the direct connection. To him.
Right. I'm in the house with Post.
That bit. You're
I will just ask him.
What we've got here, my friend, is that a long time ago, I found this guy who is I love him to death. He is the Vegas Tourist YouTube channel, and he just posts videos about thoughts about Vegas and just different things. And I saw this one pop up, and it really took me for a ride. Literally,
you're gonna make me cry.
He wanted to deconstruct Con Air, and so he did.
Oh, the movie Con Air.
The movie Con Air. Filmed
on the Salt Flats.
That's right, in Utah. But he isn't really. He's not going the Roger Ebert realm of this. He's not going for actual film critique. He's not getting into what it all means. His gripes are more about how the actual movie lines up the strip.
Explain some of the scenes, but I'm not going to get into
you play this
the actual
just for a second.
Watch
so he's seeing everything through the prism of the strip.
So he really quickly wants to make sure you see how the strip is laid out, and then he goes through shot by shot.
Coming on down, lining up with the strip. Did you catch it?
So he gets mad about how it doesn't quite.
Harris. There's the Imperial Palace.
Oh my God.
Here's the stratosphere. They came around the stratosphere and they're facing south. And we see the Imperial Palace and we see Harris. The Imperial Palace today is
the Imperial Palace.
So they're up here, and somehow these two ended up basically right.
No word about all the other weird shit that happened in Con Air.
I appreciate, but his whole career is pointing out facts and locations in Vegas. He's the Vegas tourist. He points out things. So what
does he do these things just to get away from the tables?
This is straight up Corona. This guy, he's all about. He talks about casinos, what's new at casinos. Again, I follow him. I love him so much.
Guitar.
But he gets
gear.
really mad.
You know that plane is at the Wendover Airfield, right?
I do, my friend. I've been there multiple times. It's fantastic.
Okay.
Anyway, my recommend of the week, the Vegas Tourist
Very
YouTube
nice.
channel, Deconstructing Con Air. Thrilling ride, literally, like Con Air airplane ride. Just a thrilling ride into the YouTubes. I say check it
That was an
out.
excellent pick, sir.
Thank you, my friend.
Well done.
What do you have to recommend this week? Oh, no, we're not doing Clay. It's like a T-ball for this guy. Ryan, what do you recommend for this guy?
All right, let's suspend the drinking rule for a little bit. So in all honesty, I've been talking about the Danzig album all night.
Wait, what are you talking about? What have you been talking about?
You know Danzig has an Elvis covers album?
Dude, you've been talking about Danzig so much, I haven't had 1 second to talk about Dave on Hulu.
Oh, shit. Damn it.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got one reference in.
Go ahead.
Okay. Honestly, like I feel like we are all starved right now for new content, like movies and music and whatever.
Not me.
And
I've got
can't
Deconstructing Con Air, so I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm going to take myself out of that one.
Deconstructing Con
I'm sorry.
Air.
I got to take myself out.
But yeah, I don't even know if I like the new Danzig album, but it's just like such a strange, beautiful thing that happened in this exact moment of time when we as a nation are struggling for escape and like enjoyment and whatever.
Have you listened to the record?
This fucking weird novelty album is just like hitting every button of mine. And so go out and buy it. Buy 5 copies. Don't go out and buy it. Buy 5 copies off Spotify or Bandcamp or whatever.
Whatever you need.
Does Danzig have a Bandcamp?
Danzig.
Sorry, I felt like you were giving such a patriotic speech. I had to go ahead.
Yes. We don't know whether we like things or not, but Danzig proves that it doesn't matter.
I was thinking like war
Wait, he's
bonds.
giving a speech, Clay. Just give me one.
Sorry.
Just give me the end of your speech, Ryan. About
I thought that was the end of his.
No, one more. Just give me one last triumphant. Just rise up, okay? Give it to me.
We are not Danzig, but Danzig is us.
That's good.
Wow. Wow. That was pretty special. Thank you.
Don't
Ryan.
buy war bonds. Buy the Danzig.
Buy the Danzig. All right, so we covered that to the fucking end of the ground. We've got that covered. Now, Clay.
Well, so our next music session, it's 9:35 in the p.m. here on a Monday night, Salt Lake City, Utah, broadcasting live across the world.
Where is it on the shimmering? What is it?
It's at youtube.com. No, our next segment of music is weirdos. Okay. Weirdos, right?
Yeah,
Weirdo music.
yeah, I agree.
Isn't that right?
I agree.
Isn't that right? That's what you queued me up to do.
That's exactly what I accused you of. You're doing a great job. I'll send you some gold stars.
So and my weirdo pick of the week is Arthur Russell, who is a total weirdo, and my YouTube pick of the week is David Byrne, Philip Glass, and what's his name? Ginsberg, talking about Arthur Russell and how important he is.
How did you find this, by the way? I was so happy that you found.
Because while you're searching,
are you talking here?
Allen Ginsberg. While you're
Johnny Ginsberg.
Searching for tourist videos on the internet, I am surfing a higher brow, sir.
Yeah, but did you know that it doesn't accurately line up to the Vegas Strip and Con Air? I just want to make sure anyone who's watching Con Air, they're not using it as a road map to how to get around Vegas. Okay, there are people out there taking screenshots and think they can get around.
Will you put up this video, please?
Wait, Clay, is this the opposite of the dark web? Is this like the light web?
This is a wonderful interview. The most disturbing thing about this is David Byrne's hair.
That David Byrne era. It was a bad move. It was a bad move. He's got
the widow's peak with the ponytail. But listen to what they have to say real quick.
Okay, it looks like David Byrne's about to literally do his own thing. He's like tried to get to Elvis before dancing.
Dance hit. You know, he figured that there could
Not
be
possible.
a
First of all, that's why I love Arthur Russell. I'm just gonna take the cello. I'm gonna lay it down on the bridge with some leaves, and I'm gonna. Can you go ahead and get that shot?
reference between dance music and downtown.
There's probably a lot of
Soho
heroin needles.
New music.
Okay, all right, calm down.
And he kept saying that he wanted to write Buddhist
Look at that
bubblegum
shot.
music.
They seem to have such a
First
wide
of all,
range of.
Ginsburg, he watched Revenge of the Nerds in the early 80s and was like, I'm stealing the pocket protector. I'm going for it. And by the way, can I get a pocket protector? I got all this ink coming down through
He kept saying that he wanted to write Buddhist bubblegum music.
They seem to have such a wide range of musical interests that at one point he would do something that would seem very
Oh, burning down the house.
avant-garde or whatever you want to use, and in the next minute he would say, "What I really want to do is sound like ABBA."
So you can kill it there. So the interesting thing about that interview is, first of all, Philip Glass, Allen Ginsberg, and David Byrne in the same room. Pretty cool.
That's amazing. That's really
Talking
cool.
about this guy, but I think that was a good clip because you laid out the dichotomy of Russell, Arthur Russell, right there, where he was this like super artsy New York eccentric, but he also all he wanted to be was a pop star. So like he was always balancing those two things, and that was the essence of that interview. So thank you for picking the right clip, even though I didn't do anything to make you do that.
Yeah, I'm very glad. And by the way, that is fantastic. And I named this segment "Weirdos of Music," but it's because we fucking love them. You know what I mean? Like they're some of my most. These are some of my favorite tracks because they're so unique and so different. So it's not necessarily a disparaging remark. It's more of it's one of admiration. And
weirdo is a qualification.
Absolutely. I go closer to these music. So we're gonna do some music here. We're gonna come back. We'll see. I'm gonna.
Do you want me to start with Arthur Russell, or you?
No, play Arthur Russell first. We'll switch the first two, and I'll play my song after that. We'll come back. I'm gonna throw the Zoom out to everybody on the chat on YouTube. See if we can't get a classic Limp Bizkit.
Maybe let Sarah speak next segment. I don't know.
Can I just say one thing really fast?
I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm so sorry. We got no time for this. We have no time for this, Sarah.
Watch the Arthur Russell documentary. Hulu.
That's Us, a Wild Combination.
Amazing. Did you watch it, Clayton?
It's That's Us, a Wild It's a Wild Combination, right? The life of Arthur Russell. Yeah, I did. Yeah, totally. Well made. It's not just because I love the subject matter so much. It's a really well made documentary.
It's so yes.
I had no idea this existed. I'm so glad you said this, Sarah. Wow,
Watch
we need to it clearly shows three schlubby dudes should not be the only voices on this thing. Okay, we need outside input from smart people. Thank you, Sarah. That was fantastic. Let's play. You go ahead, Clay. You got it ready?
I got it. It's ready to go.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm playing it right now. Music. We'll come back. Limp Bizkit crew, look in the YouTube chat for the Zoom Connect. We'll get you involved. Final segment of music, and then we'll come back and clean up Limp Bizkit crew style.
We haven't even done 2004 yet, dude.
Oh, shit.
Wait, are we going to do any quarantine shit?
I already did. All right, Ryan's muted. He's super wasted. He brought up dancing more than anything else, so he could just get super drunk tonight. No, we'll get to 2004. We'll do 2004 at the Limp Bizkit crew.
Are we gonna do any
Bradford's muted. We gotta put him on mute. We'll be back, everybody. More music for a second, then we're gonna talk in a little bit. This is Weirdo Music on Polyester Blend. My apologies to Sarah because I'm about to play this song and she picked up her pet in the chat.
Your pets are gonna die. Your pets are gonna die. Your pets are gonna die. Gonna die. Your pets are gonna die. Gonna die. Your pets are 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 gonna die. Listen before the time of the end. The time they think the time is end. Let this be the time of the end. Standing between time and its end. The world has come the time of the end. Your pets will get the time of the end. To call on for the time of the end. The world has come the time of the end.
Equals make out. I wouldn't kid you now. 6.4 equals make out. Why don't you come a little closer? Ha! 6.4 equals make out. How old you say you were? 16. 6.4 equals make out. Equals make out. Hey, when I called you last night, you said you'd be at the party. When I got there, you weren't there. What are you trying to do to me? Put me on a sick trip or something? You know something? I don't kiss on my first day. I know you're aware of it. Hey baby, you're everything to me. But did I ever tell you I got a real crush on Karen? Equals make out. Hey, 6.4. Oh God, 6.4 equals make out. Equals make out. Hey babe, I'll not kiss you. I'll keep kissing you. 6.4. 6.4 equals make out. Equals make out. How old you say you were? 16. 6.4. Oh, Jesus. 6.4 equals make out. Equals make out. Equals make out. 6.4. She's a real groovy girl. And she's got red lips. Yeah, she's real groovy girl, and she's got red lips. She's a real groovy girl, and she's got red lips. Hey, she's a real groovy girl. She's got red lips. Can't you hear me, God? She's a real groovy girl. She's got red lips. Man, she's a real. She's so real. She's so real. She's so real. She's so real. Oh, she's so real. She's so real, goddamn. She's so real. She's so real. She's real. Can't you hear me? Can't you hear me? Can't you hear me? She's real. She's real. She's real. She's real.
Oh, I see animals. Let's take a walk on the moon. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Every time I take a trip, I'm sure to meet my friends. From the sky, they fly high. This is hello from them. As I was walking on the moon, I met a little cow, and this is what she said to me. Da 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 da. And that's what she said to me.
MySpace Echo, keyboard Cadillac with a box Jaguar, atomic Wurlitzer Flash, a souped up Casio. Strobe light lasers, floodlights through phasers, bubble blasters and a dry ice Eskimo. Strobe light lasers, floodlights through phasers, bubble blasters and a dry ice Eskimo. Strobe light lasers, floodlights through phasers, bubble blasters and dry ice Eskimo. Strobe light lasers, floodlights through phasers, bubble blasters and dry ice Eskimo. Humdinger got a real life swinger, out strutting on the Kokomo. Three-finger soul gunslinger, street singer that's a rock and roll show.
Whoa, people! It's now the 10 o'clock hour. Well, in 3 minutes. You've been hanging out with Polyester Blend for 2 hours because life is not going well for you. And you need to figure out what you can do to improve it. Maybe the Post Malone stream. That might be something for you. I'm bringing my people. Hold on, I'm bringing my people back.
Yo, Post, they're talking about you.
Sorry, Ryan has a direct line to Post Malone, we all know.
Let me tell you, I really like that segment. I really like weirdo. I really like weirdo artists, and I feel like we did pretty much 8.59 out of 10 on the picks there. That was fantastic.
Let me just say a little story about Gary Wilson. So he lives in San Diego. He's a great. The first time I saw him, it blew my mind how weird a Gary Wilson show is. But my colleague and friend Peter Holsland, who now lives in Salt Lake City,
Pete, he needs to listen to this show. We need him on. We need to talk to him next week.
yeah. So he interviewed Gary Wilson for the music issue a few years ago, and I mean, I worked at the weekly here, so it's kind of the Salt Lake City Weekly of San Diego. Anyway, music issue.
So it's mine as well. So
yes. And he said that during the interview, Gary Wilson had this big pile of trash bags in the middle of his apartment floor, and he never addressed it. Like, just a big bunch of whatever was covered by trash bags.
There's a great documentary of Gary Wilson as well. Gary Wilson, you know, he like ghosted for like 25 years until You Think You Really Know Me blew up in the mid 2005, 2010 zone. And then he started playing shows again, and it didn't make him any less weird. I mean, didn't he like work at like an adult film?
Yes, I believe so.
Video
Yeah.
store in San Diego.
Yeah,
for like
I think he
15 years?
still lives in an apartment in Hillcrest, which is just like, you know, a neighborhood in San Diego. So,
But yeah,
just
made one of the most legendary, freaky records of the 1970s. Fantastic.
And it has something covered in trash bags in this apartment that nobody ever knows.
For my picks, I got some Credo on Arthur Russell, but also the Space Lady is a similar story.
Yeah, what's the story there? Because we both
Space Lady
we both
was
chose songs, Clay. By the way, my pick was a woman in the 40s who made a whole concept album about a travel to the moon. Lucia Pamela. She did.
Yeah.
So that was just one track. It's a concept album of her traveling to the moon in the 40s. And so when you did the Space Lady, I was like, come on! It's literally a humdinger.
Good one. That was the name of the track. Humdinger. The Space Lady, born, like, some things are known about her, some things aren't. Born in Colorado in the 40s, busked hard in San Francisco.
What state?
Colorado.
I know. I'm not.
She was born in grew up in Colorado, went to San Francisco in the early 80s, busked hard there from 80s to 90s. Then, like, you know, after like being a street performer for like 20 years, someone cut a record with her in the early 2000s, and that's where that came from. That recording, but yeah, only one record.
Wow.
And that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I did you hear, Clay, that I was playing Stevie R. Moore a little bit underneath? That was a bench. Or Stevie Moore. He was
consummate weirdo.
He's a great weirdo. I really, really love his stuff. And what was I just remembered this? I can't believe we didn't do this. What was the guy at the Saltaire, Clay? That the record?
Jeff Gray. Live. Can you bring that up on the YouTube?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can get it. Jeff Gray.
This is one of the top. This has got to be the top 3 most legendary weird records released in Utah. A local release.
Is it
called Jeff Gray Live at the Saltaire?
Is it Gray with an A?
I possess it. I have it.
I
have
know.
an original pressing.
Is it Jeff Gray? Gray?
You're muted. You're muted, Sarah. Turn your mute off.
I'm not muted. Am I muted?
No, Sarah's muted.
Oh,
Sarah,
do you? Oh, sorry. Is that my fault? Let me. I just unmuted you, Sarah. Join in. I click on mute, Sarah. It's not working, Sarah. We want you to talk. I've clicked on mute. Click on mute on your side. I don't know what else to do. So I clicked on
I don't know.
mute.
Does Jeff Gray Live at Saltaire exist on YouTube?
Click your computer, Sarah. Sarah, it's on your end.
I know someone who has 7 copies of this record.
Oh yeah, Ryan does. I know Ryan does.
Yes.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Yeah, we shared that story.
What the fuck?
Feedor's got that shit.
What is it?
It's Jeff Gray, Hippie Jeff.
I know, and he called us that one time, and we couldn't get him off the fucking phone. He called us back every 5 seconds. It's a goddamn
Jeff Gray?
Jeff Gray, not Jeff Gway, our good friend.
Jeff Gway. I keep wanting to say Jeff Gway.
I know. I sent him when I found it. So here's, I can't pull it up.
There's no videos, man.
Yeah, there's
none on the internet.
There's no videos.
You know, that's fine. That makes it special. That's true weirdo rock.
But Bradford, just so you can see this, and I mean, Sarah already knows about it, but Bradford, that's it. Jeff Gray live in concert.
Oh my God.
At the Saltaire. And it's fucking wild, man. It's a wild trip, dude.
Man, somebody should go out and recreate that during this pandemic.
Oh my God. It's already,
yeah, right, because the Saltaire is back, baby.
I love this idea. I love this idea.
So Schlegel, right when we first started doing our fill-in DJ show, and we were talking like 1 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday night on KRCL, we played a track from that record, and we were literally like, we're putting a message in a bottle. Like, if anybody knows anything about this guy, would you please give us a holler? Dude, the guy called us like 5 minutes later. It was like, I'm Jeff Gray.
Yeah, and then Clayton found out from KRCL that he calls all the time. He's just like, he's like a problem.
He really called you guys?
Oh yeah, he's like, I'm Jeff Gray. What's up? Well, he didn't. He wasn't that casual. He was like, "What's up, it's Hippie Jeff."
But Sarah, the problem is that like he kept. We were like, "Cool, wow, this is amazing," and we got him off the phone, and he called back every 5 minutes for the rest of the show, and we had to stop. We usually would answer calls and talk to people, but we had to stop because Hippie Jeff fucking clogged the lines of KRCL for the rest of one of the first polyester blends. Oh, weirdo music. I could do that all night long, Clay. I threw out the Zoom. And
Hey, we are officially in Polyester Blend overtime.
Yeah, I forgot.
We're in the Limp Bizkit crew right now, right?
Yeah, thank you, Ryan. You're the only and now
Is it time for us to get to the 2000 tracks? Because I got a Hooba stank
just
lined
hold
up.
on.
What's
Let
up?
me
Wait.
Overtime. The song over. Wait.
Oh no, not closing time.
Closing time, which is actually about birth. If you've seen the YouTube video of
I
him
know. I
talking.
actually read a thing. Yeah. Okay. We can talk.
Are you fucking serious with birth?
Oh wait, I want to
No,
hear
it
about
really
this.
is.
Talk
Actually,
to me.
what is what? Yes, I read a thing. I hate to say this, but I know it actually
I
is.
feel like it's a bunch of younger people trying to not relive the song that I went through in real time, where it was closing time for me. Closing time is a very special part of my early 20s. Okay, don't try to make it about birth because no one was given birth voluntarily.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants it. It was all a shock to us that learned about this, the background of this song, and we hated it. But that's
I think
the reality
this
we
is an
got rid of it.
idea. This is fodder for the next segment. What does closing time actually mean with Colonel Will Bacon? Next week, he'll do his research. And he'll come
Little bit of a
back and he'll tell us.
tease. Little bit of a tease. Yeah. So Ryan pointed out we are now in the segment. It is 10 o'clock. The official show of Polyester Blend is over. It's now into what Chris Hardwick would call after Polyester Blend. It's called the Limp Bizkit Crew. As Ryan said, we normally get weirdos, drunks, and miscreants who join the Zoom chat and just bat cleanup, as they say. And if you know what the definition of Limp Bizkit really is, that will add a whole new definition.
Wait, should we call this the quarantine? KORN.
We did it at the beginning, as people could see. Did you see my graphic, by the way, Bradford?
That was pretty sick, bro.
It was fucking. I spent time on it. It was a big moment for me and my entire family. We all got together. We all looked at it and paid homage. People are seeing it right now.
It's beautiful.
Brought out the Photoshop skills. In the Limp Bizkit crew, we're so that again. Thank you, Sarah, for hanging out. I'm just very happy that you hung out the whole night and keep hanging out as long as you want. We won't stop until tomorrow.
What's your dog's name?
Oh,
my dog is Toby.
Okay,
Toby.
Let's address
He
something
came with
really.
me.
Let's address something that's something in the room. I apologize. So when the people who are watching the stream didn't realize, right before I started playing John Mouse's Pets, Sarah picked up this adorable dog, and I knew what was about to fucking happen. I was like, that's why I tried I was on the chat immediately, being like, I already picked this earlier. I had no choice.
Ryan, like you've played that song one time in the 5 years we've been doing radio together. You played that
It just
song
happened to be like when somebody has a dog.
He played it one other time, and I got like 15 hate texts.
Holy shit!
Because
Who sings that though? Like, who sings that song?
John Mouse. Is it pronounced Mouse?
Okay, did you see my message? I was like, is that John Mouse?
Yeah.
I sent you a message in the chat.
Oh,
Is it
sorry, I didn't.
John
Fuck,
Mouse?
I hit the chat because I was like ashamed of everything. Yeah, it's John Mouse. I love that fucking guy.
Rad.
Love that guy, and that song is amazing. And I
Hate
have
texts.
Were you at the John Mouse the show when he was here?
Yes, absolutely.
Exhausting, right? Like
Emotionally, if either one of you, Clay, were you at that show? Oh,
I was there. It was good.
yeah, Sarah, you're worried about him the whole time,
I
right?
was so exhausted. I was like,
Was he on the precipice of disaster?
He does a lot of self-hitting, like he hits his head a lot.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
guys, but the thing is authentic. It's very authentic. Like it's
They're
not.
cutting. There's cutting happening.
There's no cutting.
There's no cutting.
There's no cutting.
But he's drenched in sweat. Again.
Does he
fantastic.
eat an entire pepperoni pizza at the end of the program, just out of pure shame?
Oh boy.
I mean, that's the bottom. That's the bottom as far as I'm concerned. So I just wanted to make sure he's not the bottom.
Clay,
Okay.
do you want to get to? Should we do 2004? I mean, we've been doing every year.
Sure, man. We got hold on, let me check.
Do we still have people watching? Are we still?
I'm
We got
checking.
9.
Hold
We
on.
got
We got. Man, do we have more viewers than
we've ever had?
Beginning of the
It's
program.
that Sarah Bump. It's that Sarah Bump.
It's Sarah Bump.
All right.
Let's go 2004. Let's
do
explore 2004. I don't give a shit.
Sarah, we've been doing this thing every week, and feel free while you think about it and throw it in the chat. We've been doing a thing where we're going. We've been doing it. Well, we did one show before, but we started at 2000, and we're going to go through 2000 to 2020 of songs that we listen to each year, songs that remind us of that year. So we're on 2004, and all these tracks, they don't have to be songs you listen to anymore. They're just songs that you're like, that's what I listened to that year.
Yeah,
came
it
out
doesn't
that
necessarily
year.
have to be released that year.
What was 2019?
What was 2019?
We didn't do. We started at 2000.
That was last. No, we went all the way back.
So we're starting. We started at 2000.
Examples. Can I have some examples?
Right. So I'm gonna. Well, Clayton. Okay, I'll do mine first. So
Mostly corn. It's just mostly corn.
Mostly corn.
Well, like
Yeah.
Clayton had to. So Clayton is very old compared to us. Very old. And so Ryan and I graduated in 2003. Is that right, Ryan? Correct. Is that right? 2003? Okay. So we graduated in 2003. So we're on 2004. The last 3 years were very, like, it was old Ryan and I. So we're playing songs that really show what we were at the time, like your Rancids, your Blink 182s, your Mars Voltas. Like, and Clayton's there, and he's in college, and he's listening to, respectable
Like
music.
Herbie Hancock or
So
or no, I only listened to Herbie Hancock in my 30s. I'm
Tom Petty?
I'm fronting on some Pavement Silver Jew shit, man. Honestly, listening to a lot of fucking hip hop, and that will be
you keep that theme
emulated
going.
through my 2004 picks.
Yeah, you keep that theme going a lot, Clay. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, I mean, like I've always been a reluctant, I've always tried to explore outside of my pocket, which would be, college indie rock bullshit. I've got my friends and my big picks, but 2004, one of my favorite rap albums, Undercover, because it was not favored by critics at the time, but in 2004, one of my favorite hip hop albums came out.
Well, we're gonna find out. So,
What was it? What was it?
You're gonna find out.
You're gonna find out, Sarah. But does that make sense now, Sarah? Does that kind of like what you were listening to?
Kinda.
Okay. Well, think about where you were in 2004. Think about what you listened to that year. Just that year, at that time.
It's probably Danzig, I would say.
All right, God damn it, son of a bitch.
Is that were you really crushing the Danzig Elvis connection at that point? Were you thinking? Because 2004, I was already 10 years before I was introduced to the conspiracy. So
you're already.
Oh shit.
So what I'm gonna do is Clay and Ryan. Let's just play the first 3 songs. So Clay, you go first right now, and then I'm gonna play one,
first?
and then Ryan goes, and then we'll come back. Because we'll see if we need to. We'll wrap up at 10:30. I mean, last week we almost did a 3-hour fucking show for Christ's sake.
Rob isn't creeping up. Okay.
I know.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I'll introduce this a little bit. So one of my favorite rap groups. That sounds really whack.
Crisscross? Is it Crisscross? Is it Crisscross?
Is De La Soul, and I truly believe that this is one of their best records, if not their best record, fully when you consider everything.
You just have to consider everything.
I'm saying there's like they were trailblazers early on in their career, and they held a line that was awesome. But I don't think a lot of critics say this is their best record, but in my opinion, it is.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Going against the critics on this one, me personally.
So the name of the record is The Grind Date. Hold on. Sorry, my computer's being weird. 2004 release, Grind Date. It was Pitchfork number 15 out of their top 50 records of the year.
Wow.
But the reason I'm going to play this song, it's called He Comes, featuring one of my favorite rappers of all time, Ghostface Killer from the Wu-Tang Clan.
And Ghostface is about to go on a run, dude. Like in 2004, he's about to go on a run that takes him through the end of the decade. That's pretty impressive.
Right, and he was, widely considered the best rapper in the Wu-Tang Clan, but this was just pay attention to the Ghostface track. This is pinnacle shit right here.
Okay.
This is He Comes, but also the sample here was I'll revisit this later. Go ahead.
Well, we're going to listen to it. We're going to do 3 songs. We're going to do this one and 2 more, and then we'll come back, finish out the night. Polyester Blend, thanks for hanging out. Coming back.
Terrible weather. Nobody does it better than I. So approve, I call it Simon. Most rappers is real hard, but still hardly rhyming. Rise and shine. Give God glory. I already give a percent of mine to Bert and Corey, and still got bills and employees to pay. So excuse me, Lord, we'll settle up towards the end of my days. My ways of control is hard to swallow. Known to lead, but some would rather see me follow behind. Sorry to disappoint, but this joint's mine. Display your envy, but say no. More, I'll blind you like spit did to Raymond. Through the dirt and edit the clip with Los Kano. My men's wear problems like Tim. See it all in their face. Ass mates, we got wars to win, scores to settle, cruise to crush. Rush right in to see us do it with a smile. It's long out, y'all. Longevity sustaining my celebrity stats. From 8 to the PM, you're seeing more foul, y'all. I was told to step righteous, so when it's done, everyone will say I step right. And whether through religion or stop by the cop shining this flash in my face, I'm bound to see the light. Hey yo, I'm up against these walls here, my back stiff straight up. Dazzling, razzling broads like I'm Little Wand Magic. Magnetically handle mics, they don't drop. Cop drama every time these commas don't drop. Pop spots like lint on your shirt, the networks shoot the rock, homie, your biddy courts a bore. 4 couldn't do it, so he bring on 6. I circumcised the track, you just a dick. Overlapped and hooded, skin repeated like Stuttering John. I repeat like yesterday, it don't stop. Jaw jitters pour like pop. Put the scarlet in the place she believes, much better than your lies. She say she looking better in my eyes. Bullshit, same crop, she done ran the duck. Cramming the fuck, I put the pudding on her like Bill Cosby. I tried to speak my piece in court, but Judge Mills paused me. Bifocus, we die hopeless sometime. You'll cry your poker face, you ought to try it one time. God is a 9-pod standard, download demanded like slaves on trial. We want free. Man, cock ain't ready, it's time you MC. So you rappers bust BB guns. Graffiti run through my veins since cable with the wide remote. Wood grain like you wide as float. Pretty Tony and De La Soul. We was rhyming through the Brosen Street with 8 years old. Take us back to 88, you couldn't catch our flow. A group of kids so original, you heard? Come on, Pretty Tony and De La Soul. We was rhyming through the Brosen Street at 8 years old. Take us back to 88, you couldn't catch our flow. A group of kids so original. Tony Tanner with big cameras for bad manners who got on. We kiss cannons for Scrams and his crew. And his whack dances biting is forbidden, Paul. Pay that tax, and don't you ever look at us funny. Boy, we'll bring rap back, and that'll hurt you like Superman. Chased by a group of men with dynamites. Real hip-hop, but do you in? For you like Dooku Kim, I'm Lulu in hula hoop. Born bitches cuckoo for brand new biz. Cut master, killer, make sure we cut classics. Buck bastards in broad day and tuck caskets. Next to Uday and Crusade. Hopped in the coupe, shoot the PA, and just lay whoop day, whoop day. Used to roost more deeds and snatch a dues to pay. Since tuning in to Tila Rock and AJ. Ghostface cats is fresh squeezed like a glass of OJ. Girls, you can go cruising in my OJ.
The next guests are from the east side of Toronto. They're here tonight to close out our week with a song from their album, You're a Woman, I'm a Machine. Please welcome Death from Above, 1979.
Shakes, but they just won't fit.
I love the company. Good to start a family. She was me, alone and happily. Good to slide romantic company. Dear family, live and happily. Dear romantic. With you, I want you, I don't need you, I want you, don't need you, I want you, I don't need you, I want you, drop down by now, you down for me, to live, and allow, living, happily, to live, make it now. I don't need you.
people. Clayton's getting impatient. Clayton can't handle it. He's getting upset. Hold on. Let's bring him
Radio
back in.
program, man. Even if it's after hours, I want to be professional.
Well, we're listening to music. What's the matter? What happened?
No, I was saying I only want you to play 30 seconds of this song so I can
I'm
realize
not playing. I'm sorry.
the bottom of the. No, will you please turn it up right now? This is literally the bottom of 2004.
So
I just want to build. I want to go from the basement of 2004 so we can build up from here. Are you ready?
I'm playing
Go.
it right now.
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah, feel it.
Oh shit.
Sarah's into it. Jeremy joined the chat, by the way. Chat Master Jeremy.
Jeremy.
But where is he? That's the question.
Wait, who is this, Clay?
Wait, I'll share it. Hold on.
Wait, Jeremy. Do you recognize me from Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
Sorry,
How's it
hold
going?
on. Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Sorry, there's a misconnect. What's going on? What's the matter? What, Jeremy?
Jeremy, wait, I have one question. Did
Sorry.
you get a shiny Volby?
I didn't get a shiny of either of the insect dudes.
God damn it.
And
hey, I'm so sorry. By the
This
way,
just
hey
took a
guys,
sideways
hey Sarah,
track to
Sarah,
some
Jeremy,
bad
I'm so
Pokemon.
fucking sorry that we're doing a fucking show
Wait, who are
to
you
get in the way of
Pokemon?
your conversation.
Do
I'm
I
so
know you?
fucking sorry.
Are we friends?
Janine, hey Janine, there's Janine. Hi Janine, that's Sarah.
Are we friends, Sarah?
I believe there's a subreddit for discussion of the Pokemon situation.
Sorry, it just
Fucking
had to. I'm sorry.
Christ. Where's Rob? This is like Rob. This is primo Rob shit.
Like literally, these are the most schmaltzy lyrics that have ever been written.
Sarah's into it.
I actually, we allowed to talk during Hoobastank?
What's the matter, Jeremy? What's the matter?
I had a Hoobastank story, but it can wait.
Oh no! Let's completely kill the music, please. I would love a Hoobastank story
Oh wait,
over
wait.
Hoobastank music.
No. I
any
want to
day.
hear that story. Hold on. Let me just. This fucking song sucks. All right, Jeremy. Oh, Jeremy's going away. Go, tell me, what's the story, Jeremy? What's the story?
Oh, it's not that much of a story. It was just,
Well, then why
He was
did
doing
you-
a bunch of blow with Hoobastank and.
Wait, Jeremy.
No,
before you
it
start-
was back when I was the editor.
Jeremy, hold on.
I thought you wanted to hear the
I do want to hear the story, but Jeremy, let me just say this really quickly. So you're at Kilby Court, right? So is this where you're at?
What? Hoobastank at Kilby Court?
Yeah, that was a sick show. But
All
go
right,
ahead.
Go ahead, Jeremy. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no, we basically had, it was a Red Magazine, Arts Entertainment at the U. And I was the editor, and
Yeah,
we
I
had
remember
like,
those days.
Humble brag.
no, we had one writer who was like,
Hey, Jeremy, I've been the editor of several failed publications.
Pat Munger can attest to that.
you know? If they don't go down in flames by the time you're done with them,
If you're not the captain of the ship when that
then
shit
you
goes
left,
down,
you left money on the table. You know? Anyway,
that's one of my favorite stories. Go ahead.
it's really like at this point talk too long. I didn't know who Hoobastank was, and like most of the staff were all like indie people, so it was either indie rock or indie hip hop or local stuff. But we had one
Or
writer.
Danzig, maybe? Like indie Danzig
Jesus
bands?
It was pretty much
Perhaps.
all Danzig all the time.
Jesus Christ. The guy's
Where were you-
focus. The guy's
Where were you guys
focus.
on the Danzig versus Elvis? Anyway, keep going. No, please. I want to let's hear him out through the Danzig story, through the Hoobastank story, please.
Who?
If there's one thing I recognize in this life, Hoobastank stories are worth it. Let's do it.
The thing is, like, it's taken so long that there really wasn't that much to tell. But now there's all this, like, oh, this is going to be a good story. But there's really not much.
Did you or did you not ever have a face-to-face with Hoobastank?
I had an orgy with the band, but that wasn't the story I was telling.
That's on a face to face, bud. That's a different.
No, I think I kind of annoyed Adam, the writer, though, just because for the Hooba Stank, I did like a Grinch thing. Hooba Stank, Hooba Stunk, like was the cut line I used for the Hooba Stank interview.
That is
like I said,
Can you provide a copy of that headline? Because I want to see that. But
Hooba stunk.
But really quickly, you guys, watch your screen.
Who the stank?
Okay, so we'll move on.
Nice.
Who? The stank. It's like one of my favorite things about
Who the stank?
What do you guys think? That is great.
That is great.
Was the name meant to be like ironic? Was it a joke name and then they never came up with a better name? Like, is there an origin for the band name?
One of the few things I've never Wikipedia'd, but you know what? If someone wants to like poison their Google Chrome history with a Hooba Stank reference on that one, they can. I'm not going.
I'm checking the chat box.
And then the next thing we know, Facebook will be like showing us sponsored Hooba Stank vinyl.
Clay, is there anyone listening on the Facebook thread, by the way?
Zero. I can't. So
our YouTubers are the people. I fucking love
nice.
it.
Yeah,
6
YouTubers
people.
are way solid. It's interesting. I came super prepared to talk about other shitty bands, but I did not come prepared to talk about Hooba Stank. And that's fine. Remember our Puddle of Mud deep dive we did this year?
Oh my God, we went through that way too much.
Like I know everything about his pedal.
Hold on, let's
that
see.
Guy has been on a journey.
Wait a minute. Hooba Stank started in 1994. High school battle.
Yeah,
of
they
the
must
bands.
have been 12. Yeah, they were 12.
Okay, let's see. Hooba Stank.
But they had been. The great thing about Hooba Stank, they've been shitty 100% of the way.
You don't
like
know
they
that.
never had a moment.
I don't know. We were all pretty into that song that Ryan was playing.
Yeah.
Ryan didn't play that song. I played that song.
Mispronunciation of a German street.
You were into The Reason?
You guys.
I wasn't not into The Reason.
You?
I'm just saying.
You? I mean, I expect real big fish out of you. I mean, I expect like some ska like sense.
Hooba Stank is a mispronunciation of a German street. That is where they get their name from. That is So as
they're
by the way, finding
German
out
boys?
finding out what the name is, finding out what the meaning of the name is.
This is also like the
Not that.
lowest.
Basically,
This is the lowest moment of this radio show where we have Hooba Stank's career busted out into 3-year increments on Wikipedia.
In fairness, it's very Hooba Stank to have such an unsatisfying origin name story.
Oh,
True.
Like nothing about Hooba Stank. Like not my story. My story wasn't good that I had.
But of all the
It's not
douchebag
good.
bands, out of all the douchebag bands that were ready to be propped up by fucking bullshit record labels in the early 2000s,
How dare you?
why did Stank
How dare
rise
you?
above?
How dare you? How dare you completely?
No, I'm
you
just- I'm just trying to- I'm just trying to
besmirch
figure
the
it out.
great
Probably
man.
explains in the 3-year by 3-year breakdown. Maybe you should read us an extra.
Listen, we all know what the ended Hooba Stank. It was a review in Red Magazine written by Jeremy Matthews that ruined the career of fucking Hooba
Does
Stank.
anybody have Doug
I didn't
Rob's
write it.
cell
It was-
phone?
It was a like positive interview, and I just
shit
gave
on
it the Hooba Stunk.
Was that
it was not like at all in line with the content of it.
Jeremy, was that moment where you wrote it out and you went, "Oh, Jeremy, you're so clever" in your brain? Was that one of those moments? Because I would have done it. I would have been there.
That's just kind of my general state of mind.
Oh, Jeremy, it's good to have you on the Limp Bizkit
Sarah B.
Coogan.
Sarah B. Will you jump in and tell us where you are on the Stank?
She loves the Stank.
Are you super
We
into the
all-
Stank?
we
Where
all love the Stank.
Oh shit! Bradford said Danzig's.
Bradford's
Bradford
getting
said Danzig's.
pretty wild on that microphone.
Bradford brought up.
You know what?
Danzig's.
Have we introduced my microphone yet on the show this week?
Oh God! All right. Well, we already know where the show's
It's a new
going
mic.
at this point.
It's a new mic.
We didn't get to a couple of things this week. We'll have to come back to them next week. One, I wanted to watch the trailer, unless you want to do this now, the trailer for Melvin and Howard.
Let's do it now. Let's watch it now.
We'll watch
Project
it
that
now.
shit. For sure.
let's-
That fucking movie's great.
Well, I want to watch this movie.
Oh, you've never watched it?
No, and I was.
You can come socially distant on my couch and we watch it together.
Fuck yeah.
Lady Luck and Melvin just weren't on speaking terms.
Sounds good.
I went around and I applied for a job at places like McDonnell Douglas, Northrop, Hughes.
Well, what happened there?
They didn't want me.
Well, I might have done something.
Like what?
I'm Howard Hughes.
Well, you know, listen, I believe anybody can call themselves whatever they want.
Polyester Blend has better audio than they do, so we win that.
Things weren't going too good for Melvin.
With this
He
mic.
just lost his job.
Is that Jason Robards as Howard Hughes?
Yep.
Yes.
That's the robes.
What can I tell you? You don't come back here tomorrow.
Jason Robards was the Swiss Army knife of actors from, I would say, the mid 70s to the mid 90s.
There's never been.
He's got a Swiss Army knife of sideburns, that's for sure.
He's Swiss Army. Oh, boy, Swiss Army knife. Jason Robards in All of the President's Men. That scene where he's editing the column. So good. Puts his feet up on the table. Give me this slot machine, by the way. I'm jonesing
I
for
am
a slot
in,
machine. right now.
100%.
Give me that alien
That
slot
truck
machine.
was repossessed. And his wife walked.
Hey, we need a reaction shot.
Wait. How did this turn into like the Manson family farm over there? What's
By the
going
way,
on here?
this is your.
I don't remember this part of the movie.
This part of Vegas, by the way, is probably completely covered in sprawl. Because I think this is like, isn't Boulder Highway clay? Like,
Yeah. Oh, this is old Vegas.
This is
right. Yeah, I remember old
Vegas.
There used to be a section of the Boulder Highway.
And by the way-
between Henderson and Vegas called Old Vegas, which was like bring me down, no paved streets.
By the way, where's my Vegas tourist deconstruction of Melvin and Howard? Where's that guy?
Oh, right.
Where is he? Why is he not breaking down this movie? He had so much to say about Con
that's the
Howard.
really important shit.
By the way, this one of the greatest shots of all time. Hey!
And his wife.
So let's throw it
walked
down
out.
right now. Hey, let's put our chips on the table here, so to speak, in a socially distant manner.
Uh-huh.
Was it faked?
What?
Are you talking about
Melvin?
Elvis is dead?
No, and I'm not talking about Danzig. Oh shit, drink. I'm talking about the Mormon story. The Mormon.
Hold on. Let people see. Let people see it, and they can see.
Do their own research.
Mary-
No, I'm
Mary
asking
Steinberg-
for your.
Mary
I'm asking for what
Steinberg's about to
resides in your.
Hold on.
Come home with me. Come on.
That's a hell of a punch, by the way. I'm never going to punch someone that intensely.
How about the scene where Melvin drops the will off?
Oh my God, is that a topless Never mind. I'm not gonna.
No one much cared about Melvin. Then Howard Hughes left him $156 million.
Well, that part's not true.
Which, by the way, is like $1.5 billion right now. But yeah.
Where's that? Is that Lake Mead?
I think that's. I think that is Willard Bay.
Really? The Great Salt
Yeah.
Lake?
My God!
You know, Melvin owned a gas station on Willard Bay.
Oh, here we are.
Wow, there was a lot of side stories that I don't remember from this movie.
You remember me, don't you?
Was he the
Melvin?
captain of the
We were
love
all
boat?
together. You, me, and Howard.
Whoa!
Do you swear in the name of God that this story about how you received this will is true?
Melvin, if it meant...
Bradford. You know who that is? Bradford. Bradford's getting.
Is that McConaughey?
Dude, no, that's the guy. That's the guy
That was
who.
literally like.
That's the
that
guy.
Was like, McConaughey was 4 years old at that point.
That's the guy in charge of the network in Gremlins 2. in charge of. Remember how they take over?
In charge of Clamp?
Yes, that's Clamp. That's
Holy
Clamp.
shit!
And that's in their and they base it off of Trump too, by the way.
Eternal damnation.
I don't know why.
Would you still
my
say it
idea
just
of
happened that way?
Bradford,
McConaughey.
Bradford, let me remind you. We can all hear you when you speak into the microphone. Let me just remind you really quickly. We can all hear you screaming.
Because McConaughey has always looked like that. McConaughey.
We
is
always have
immortal.
you on. We have you weekly, buddy, because you do this kind of content. Oh my God, you know who that is?
Is that Clamp?
Dabney Coleman.
Yeah, it's Dabney Coleman before he was doing the senior roles, man.
9 to 5, right? 9 to 5. He's about to hit with 9 to 5.
That mustache really paid off for him.
Sang Melvin
One of the
Dumas'
best
song.
gum chewer talkers on screen.
Are you talking about Dabney Coleman?
Oh yeah. Oh whoa. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, when he's not doing puzzles, he produces the polyester.
We got someone jumping in?
He produces the polyester blend. Ladies and gentlemen, the king of the online puzzle.
Shit.
The head.
Rob.
The head. Oh my God, sleeveless tonight? Jesus. Rob Nielsen is showing the polyester blend. He's
Brother in bidet.
Boy, if we're talking, yeah, my brother bidet. We're also talking about heavy after hours action. Like he's coming in at 10:42.
And he has a Rob, can you raise your glass again? What did you just What did you just drink out of? Fuck off.
Rob.
Fuck off.
Rob, have you heard the Danzig Elvis album?
Oh, Jesus
Never heard of it.
Oh, Jesus.
I do want to talk about this, the rarity of the shiny bull beat.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's such a fucking ripoff.
What is he talking about?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking
The
about?
shiny Volbeat.
They're extremely hard to come by.
Is it? There's a
fuck
Pokemon
this.
reference. Hold on. Hey, can you mute everyone except for mute Ryan?
If you don't want to talk about Pogo,
Ryan,
maybe you guys mute
Ryan,
yourself.
from a production standpoint, can you mute everyone except for Sarah?
Sarah's
Matthews
a part of the
and
Pokemon
Rob.
problem. Sarah's a part of the Pokemon problem. She's going to go deep on this real quick. She's going to throw out a Pokeball, trap Rob, trap Jeremy, and they're going to share some sort of weird Pokemon situation.
Oh, you're saying the ladies are setting traps for the men? Is that what
Fuck this bullshit. All right, Bradford, you're too drunk to realize what Pokemon is. Don't worry about it.
No, I know. I love Pokemon.
You know what? You know what Pikachu's latest album was? Elvis covers.
Electric Boogaloo.
Is it the Jailhouse Rock? Is this the Jailhouse Rock?
Oh, see what they did there?
Question mark?
That's fucking the old highway. Clayton left. Clayton's dead. I would want.
Wait, Mary Steenburgen is in that show?
Yeah, dude. There's a little bit. There were some things going on there. Jeremy, you've seen that movie, right?
Yeah.
And should I watch it this week? Was that even a part of your Salt Lake number? Because we were trying to ask the question.
That's
Greatest
why
movie.
it came up. We were trying to think of top movies that were shot in.
Wait,
Salt
sorry,
Lake.
Jeremy. Before we get back to that, did you just hear Clayton? Clayton's having some tropes.
Yeah, I heard something.
He just screamed shit.
He's very loudly falling everywhere.
I mean, I just wish if the camera were falling so we could see him fall.
Oh, there he is.
I want him to tumble back into the screen with like a bunch of mouse traps on his 10 feet.
Are you all right, Clayton? Sounded like you were having some trouble.
Yeah, bud, you all right?
I was wrestling with my dog.
Oh.
Why'd you start wrestling with your doggy?
Because she's just being like restless because because I live alone with my dog. Why do you guys have to fucking date?
Oh boy, Clay's gone. We lost Clay. He's down. He's getting depressed and shit.
Wait, are you not muting
Like
me?
you don't
Are
live
you?
alone.
No.
Wait, Clay. Has your dog heard the new Danzig?
Have you seen this Danzig movie? Hey, Smokey?
I haven't. No, I had the Blu-ray and I have not watched it yet.
Actually, I wrestled with my dog earlier, and I did sing "Mother" '94, the '94 version.
My friend tried to watch it.
The only version.
He said it was so bad, like you couldn't even watch it ironically.
Is
like,
it a Danzig like doc or what is it?
No, it's a
I've
horror.
heard it's the
Danzig-
horror version of The Room, kind of like the horror room.
Said it like it's just apparently it's just ridiculously.
What is it
bad.
called?
He told me about
Verotica.
the first excerpt, the first story, and there's like a woman with her eyeballs, her tits are eyeballs.
All right, calm the language down. All right,
but-
let's calm
her nipples are eyeballs. I apologize.
Guys, you want to watch it? Let's watch the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of there's a big coming of age situation where tits were rockets.
By the way, is that a cyber goth lady? She looks cyber gothy, like from the pictures I played during the music. Wait a minute. From who? Sinful Celluloid. Literally Satan in movies. That's why they said it was good.
Who's edgy, bro?
Erotic.
Oh, the Pat O'Sullivan loved it too.
Patrick O'Sullivan before he got a bunch of potatoes before he went.
I would
before he
say
got home.
Cisco is a pot of gold.
Oh, before the famine hit, I watched this movie by Danzig. It was one of the best I've ever seen. Ooh, wee but no IRA.
I've come to get There's some big old biddies up in that bitch.
Okay, Clay, let's just calm down for 5 seconds here, for fuck's sake.
That was a joke.
I'll mute him.
I'm muted. Yeah, I muted Clay. Clay's done for a minute. He's got it.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
We're watching this.
You know the trusted people. Wait, is this your old magazine, Jeremy? Did they pretend they were them? What was it? Red Maple? Did they resurrect your old magazine, Jeremy, to make up fake ideas of?
We never had maple in the name, but
well, Red Maple's one of the more finer syrups.
It's all right.
we covered the Rodeo Boys. That was probably what did the publication in.
Wait, you covered the Rodeo Boys at one point?
Yeah.
Wow.
You never told me about that. You never texted me about that.
Jeremy, was that whole?
I assume you would have been, following your press clippings.
Jeremy,
No one notified me of this. What song?
I think it was like a profile. Like I think we interviewed. Like I didn't write it.
I thought. You covered it. Oh, it was.
Oh
probably my
no,
older brother.
yeah, Red Magazine is.
I thought your band covered the Rodeo
No,
Boys,
no,
which would be pretty amazing.
Well, he's not an idiot.
Come on.
Jeremy, was that whole issue of Red Magazine?
He's not an idiot. Whatever. My shit was dope. Fuck you guys.
He's listened to Danzig too much tonight. Hey, Jeremy, was that whole
Danzig is Elvis.
Yeah, we only cover Danzig songs.
Jeremy, was that whole issue
Good.
about the Rodeo Boys? Were you just trying to sell one copy to Clayton's mother? Was that the whole point of putting out a Rodeo Boys story?
It was a free publication.
Look,
but the idea
look.
was that Clayton's mom would go get them all. And
My mom
we'd have good
didn't
circulation.
give a shit about my band. My mom was living in Paris,
Sorry.
high on the hog. You guys can all fuck off. Look,
I'll be honest, your mom was not alone.
right? You were in diapers, so you can definitely bounce. Look,
Wait, Rob. What are
the
you
bottom
drinking?
line is I have 300 copies of our best record, Flex.
It sounds
In
great.
my
How much?
I like to melt it down. I free? I don't know what to do with these things. Does anybody have a CD player?
Clay, I got an option for you. I got a furnace. Let's
can
just
find
toss
one.
those things right in there, baby.
That
Clay,
sounds-
I'm
We never
joking.
saw the Rodeo Boys in their golden age, but when she went to the reunion show, she was
Jeremy,
like,
shh. Sarah, what's up, Sarah? Talk to me, Sarah.
I have a Rodeo Boys CD in my car.
yeah. See, there you go. So wait, are
Is
you?
it in the
Wait,
disc changer or is it in a book?
Wait, who's still listening to CDs in their car?
I do.
Show of hands.
Rodeo Boys.
Is it
And
in
then
the
you have-
multi CD changer or is it in a book?
Single CD player.
Wow.
Little Case Logic situation.
Okay.
The best is the sun visor strap on.
Oh, dude.
Yes.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's for the real rotation.
By the way,
sun visor strap on. Oh, where you can put CDs up in your visor.
calm down.
Keep up, baby.
By the way, this is the longest quote of all time. This is a film. Doesn't go?
Why do you have to keep telling me to calm down?
I gotta keep telling you to calm down.
What are we moving to right now? Oh, Glenn's. Oh boy, because you want to segue
Wait.
to this.
Oh my God, was there a quote from the director of this movie?
I think. It
Oh my
was
God.
Another director.
Oh my God.
Believe
the hype. My movie is absolutely exquisite.
There's a quote. It's just like, please buy this from the investor of Veronica. Like, just please buy this movie. Wait a minute. What did Danzig do? What did he? By the way, I have a problem. I always call him Bradford. This is why I texted it earlier. I always say Danzig as if his comedy alter ego. Ladies and
Been out
gentlemen.
for 2.5 months.
Ladies and gentlemen, to the stage right now, the comedy style.
Like, are you saying? What did Danzig do? You know, he was
No. I'm asking.
on the three pretty.
I thought he directed
famous bands.
No, I think Danzig did direct it. This is just some random it's like they couldn't get Martin Scorsese to give him a good quote. So
they got Mike Mendes. Let's look up
Mike Mendes.
Let's see what
I'm gonna look up Mike Mendes right now.
What's Mike Mendes' clout? Like, it doesn't even say Mike Mendes, director of Citizen Kane. It just says.
Well, he doesn't even have his own Wikipedia page, so this is Mike Mendes.
Do you mean Mike Mendes from somewhere else?
That's Mike.
I think he directed Big Ass Spider. The movie Big Ass Spider.
That means
It sounds like a strong film.
I give him all.
Like, did you know that movie existed, or are you reading his IMDb page?
No, I just googled Mike Mendes director, and that was the first thing.
First thing says
come up.
editor, Taste of Halloween. But if he's a director,
I remember when I watched Big Spider, and I said, I'm giving all critique control over to the director of this movie. So whatever he likes, I'm going to enjoy for the rest of my life.
it is kind of amazing that they quoted a guy who, like, IMDb doesn't even know which one it might be. It's just like, here.
like, are they ashamed of his pedigree, or are they just like, was that title maker lazy? Like, I don't want to write Big Ass Spider on this thing.
Big Ass Spider. So this looks great. Wait a minute. What was this quote? Wow. Wow. No, like, but they forgot to add the second part of this quote, which was Veronica. Wow. So fucking bad. Like, they forgot the second part of that quote. Wow. Bad. Really bad. Okay. Well, that sucks. That's shit. That's total shit.
Well, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Oh shit! You just heard that first, folks.
And
it's available for free.
Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Bradford will be watching Veronica tonight live. We can't wait.
Next Polyester Blend, it'll be all Veronica.
Dude, you better bring it up tomorrow. All right, we're 6 minutes away from 11 o'clock.
Oh, you know hard cutoff?
Okay, what else are we gonna do here? I mean,
is this why you want to cut off all of our poker and then challenge me to a late night poker game?
Hey, it's paying out for you.
Yeah, it's all right. It's come and go. So, I'm looking through the notes of our program here.
Oh yeah.
And I think there's one or two things we need to get to. We need to talk about how the show is going so far.
Oh, that was from earlier. All this stuff we'll come back to later this week. Clay, here's the more important part. Here's the more important part. Let's do a round table before we get to 11 o'clock. We've got great people.
Sure. Let's go around the room.
Let's do a quick. Clayton we'll get to later. Jeremy, as the Limp Bizkit crew, how are you feeling about tonight's show? What do you want differently next week? What are you looking for?
I feel like more time could be focused reviewing the week's Pokemon Go event.
Okay, Jeremy is out, everybody. Thank you,
Well
Jeremy.
done. Well done.
Very good. Sarah, we need your opinion. How did you feel tonight? You hung out for an extreme
You did
amount
a
of
real
time.
good job.
And
Yeah, so basically I'm just like trying to get like ideas for Zoom, essentially. So if you can like schedule a one-on-one with me,
Oh.
Ryan,
Oh.
with like Zoom techniques, because like you're really good at it, and I'm trying to use it. in
Oh,
my-
don't feed his ego. He's not that good at it.
were you talking about Ryan Bradford or Ryan Schlegel?
What was that?
Ryan Bradford or Ryan Schlegel?
You, whoever.
Margin call. Oh boy.
You like share your
You have any idea how much? Yeah, just ego flakes just came Ryan's way.
So he's actually very bad at this.
Rob, I am.
Really,
Yeah,
Rob?
yeah, no, he's.
I need some tips and tricks.
Rob, why do you look like you're fucking hella ripped right now?
Because he is.
Yeah,
hella
Rob.
good.
Like,
Sarah,
show your gun. Show your guns, dude.
No thanks.
I'm just like
wait,
fucking
wait.
chilling, bro.
Do a push-up, bro.
5 weeks into
One
quarantine is
one burpee.
is, laundry day.
Oh.
For me, and I just get more handsome as I run out of
Oh,
clothes to
Jesus
wear.
Christ. This is why you can't give him any fucking time. And by the way, yeah, Rob, you can't listen to Rob, Sarah, about me because I am Rob's least favorite person. So you can't listen to anything he says about me. It's really ill-informed. Sarah, that's funny. You should say that my audiobook on Masterclass, the famous YouTube Masterclass series, they invited me on to show my skills on Zoom. So I will be there. It just costs $3,000. No, Sarah, thank you for being here. It's really nice.
I've bought 2 sessions, and it helped me immensely.
Yeah.
Like before, I just peed my pants. And then,
It was mostly 2 hours of me watching Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey over and over and going, no, you see, this is why it's good.
Right.
Now you see, this is why it's good.
now you see, this is why BC is the best comic.
Station.
God, I mean, thank you so much, Ryan Bradford, tonight. I mean, I know we're about to wrap up here, but thank you so much for setting the baseline of this entire program by doing the comic book segment.
You know what? That's coming back. That's coming back next week. I'm gonna be forwarding.
I think we
guys
should do like
over.
some like retro Bloom County shit. Maybe like laugh. or
Hey,
something.
by the way, that scene, that little thing we did, what's the percentage of 3 hours out of a full day? Because that was 3 hours ago, and that's how long we've been fucking doing this fucking show.
Wow.
It's unbelievable. Sarah, thank you for joining. You are welcome every week. Please know, and if you want, and always feel free, please, to join in. We need you. We need to have credit on the streets, okay? We need credit.
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, did they finish the new movie before?
Okay, all right. I'm
Production
muting everybody else but Jeremy because I need to talk to Jeremy about this because I'm obsessed with the new
I do
movie
need to
coming.
hear about this.
I'm
Please go on, Jeremy.
Jeremy,
How about we just all listen to it without all the muting?
I'm
I
not
want to
muting.
hear about it.
Clay, it's called a fake out, baby. That's what we call in the industry. It's a fake
Is it
out.
deep
I'm
fake?
not going to do it. Jeremy, I am obsessed.
Oh, we're gonna cut the live feeds.
Still
There's
live.
still 2 people watching us on the internet.
Oh, is there really?
I'm one of them.
3. We're on 3.
Sarah, unblock you. Oh, whoa. Hey!
Okay, just
Hey!
Clay, calm down for a second. Jeremy, so I legitimately love. Wait, who do we have? What's going on? Oh, Janine.
Oh, Ryan was dipping in there for a second.
Okay.
Another Ryan. Third Ryan.
We have
There's not Ryan.
Third Ryan.
Oh, what's up, third Ryan?
Ryan.
What's up, Ryan?
Hey, third Ryan. What's up?
Great name. Great shirt, Zildjian. Drummers in the house.
Today, Armenian company.
You know who used those symbols on their album, Bradford?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
YouTube.
Danzig covering Elvis. So
Danzig.
Jeremy, really quickly, Jeremy, I am obsessed with. I feel very strongly about Bill and Ted Bogus Journey 2. Bradford can attest to this. Bradford, for years I've been talking about Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey as the superior movie to the first one, and in fact setting a lot of amazing. There's a lot of pathways to a great sequel, and that's why I'm happy they're making it.
The seventh seal stuff, like playing yeah, playing the games with death.
Watch
That's-
Bill and Ted 2 again and notice how many visual gags they do. It's like a complete the first one is shit compared to the second one because they're doing gags you got to be prepared for. Okay, people, there's a cinema. Look at the whole scene in hell. It's one of the best things of all time. Now here's the thing. What I can tell, Jeremy, is they finish principal photography. But if you're going to make a gem like Bill and Ted's 3, you're going to need post-production. You're going to need a lot. So I'm not going to expect anything until the pandemic's over. But just let
I
you
don't
know.
want them releasing this thing on VOD.
Oh, fuck that
I'm
shit.
not gonna expect a lot till the pandemic is over.
I want to see it on the fucking big screen.
Thank you,
actually.
Jeremy. I agree with you. Jeremy, you and I, Bill and Ted's 3, we're going to go see it together. By that, so Rob, come in really quickly before your sleeves get even smaller. Can you
Good joke, Ryan.
Thanks, buddy. Still got it.
You've been running point for 4 hours now, and you still got the one line.
It's that bingo,
That's
baby.
that's not a thing, though. That's
Oh,
not a
boy,
thing.
he gets so mad. Rob
Cut us, don't turn into tanks.
Rob gets so mad. He hates everything I do.
That's
Rob,
not a thing.
I love you. So what's up, Rob? What, are you doing puzzles tonight? You take a shit and use your bidet? What's up?
Did all those things.
All right, everybody,
you doing
that's
tanks?
Rob
Your
thank
tanks?
you
Your
so
tanks.
much, Rob.
Rob,
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Rob, for your update
big old
tonight. He's a
tank.
part of the Limp Bizkit crew. Ryan Bradford, before we get to Clay to finish out the night, Ryan Bradford, how do you feel tonight? You doing more comics next week just to piss off Clay? Because we are.
Yeah.
You should absolutely do that. I mean, piss off. I mean, I encourage it.
You know,
I like
now that we have
any-
now that we have the format down, I feel like I know what to expect for the next Comics Corner, and so
Right,
it's gonna be big.
and also in the general dynamics of a radio show broadcast live across the entire internet, I need
All of the
someone to
internet.
talk shit to. So
Okay, first
Every
of all,
corner of the
I'm
internet.
starting to
Keep
think.
doing your
I'm
bit.
starting to think we need to do an episode where we go until everyone passes out because I think we're getting close tonight, and I'm just like, if we get a.
I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, bud.
Well,
same.
I'm gonna ask the internet to judge your pronunciation of that statement.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, bud.
Yep.
You're as good
One
as
more
You know what?
at it.
We should have had more new order on this show. I'm just
Agreed. Agreed.
I sent you.
And Sarah,
I
whatever.
sent a link.
Okay, just calm down, Sarah. If you want to do any segment next week, you send it to us.
Sarah,
clearly.
basically, we're going to cede all control to the radio show
Don't-
to you.
Don't
next
don't
week.
send it to them for approval. Just
do it. Yeah, no, that's no. I just mean.
Oh,
I mean,
so
like-
they'll treat you not like me, because where they don't approve anything through me.
well,
Okay.
first of all,
Careful.
no, Sarah, send it over.
No, you're unmuted. Great.
You've got plenty. You've got a whole space here. And Clay, by the way, we don't show it to Clay because Clay would have denied things like Ryan's Comic Corner, and we can't deny that ever again. So that's always an
Put it-
available.
Yeah, would have put
Oh,
the
you mean like
kibosh on all the dancing.
Sorry. Quality control.
Dancing Mother next week is like Mother. It's like Mother's Day. It's like coming.
I think we should
Oh
play
my God.
Mother
Oh.
every 15 minutes.
Sarah,
I'm a
you're-
mother.
you've already
and so-
become a producer of the show, Sarah. You've already cleared.
Sarah's
already a
got gold
producer.
status right now.
There's my
No.
Tim Alders. People, it is Clay. Last word of the night, Clay. Last word of the night before we end here.
I mean, much love to everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out.
Was
You
that
guys
like a
were
Ross
awesome. This was a great time. I think there was some hiccups, but also some like zeniths
Hiccups?
that happened. I
What are you
mean,
talking
it was
about?
great. I think Women at Home was great. Great to have Sarah here.
Because we had great
And then
people.
I think Will enlightened us with craziness. And then, of course, the king of the chat,
King of the chat,
Matthews
Jeremy Matthews,
is
showing
here.
up. He's a part of the Limp Bizkit crew. I'm going to make a graphic next week. I forgot to do that. Limp Bizkit crew. We'll have that for the final part of the show. Lots of excitement next week. Lots of cool shit coming. Jeremy, I'm going to reach out to you because I have an idea that I think you would like to be a part of. It is, of course, time to play our finale song. I'm not going to end the Zoom, boys, but I do need to move out of the studio if you guys want to keep hanging out. Clayton, if you want to play a little poker, I'm right here for you, baby.
Oh, you want to go heads up?
Let's do heads up, baby.
Hell yeah.
All right,
buddy.
I'm gonna keep the Zoom going. But people, This is the end of the Polyester Blend. Thank you so much for coming out and doing this. Whoever listened, if you re-listen to this in the future, we know this will be in the Library of Congress as a respected thing. We will be around in the future. I love all of you, all the listeners. Please be safe. We will see you next week, Monday at 8 o'clock. Polyester Blend. We'll see you next time.
We've got to add some Facebook Live to the Library of Congress.
Shut the fuck up. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta leave the room.
Said that's life. Funny as it may seem, funky as it may seem. Some people get their kicks from stepping on a dream. But I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this old world keep going around. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. And up, down, over and out. But I know one thing. Each time I find myself falling flat on my face, I just pick myself up and get right back in the race. That's life. I can't deny it. I thought of quitting one time. The red man wouldn't buy it. If I didn't think it was worth a try. I rolled myself up in a big ball and died. Hey, I've been a puppet, a puppet,